There we go. What's up, all you motherfuckers who like the green dragon and 2 stingers? Because that's what we got right now. And I need to figure out which mouse cursor is the right mouse cursor so that I can fix that. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put myself back in the front just because I have no idea what's going on. I can't get that right. Oh, we can just have 3 stingers now. How's that? We don't need everybody else in the green dragon. It's just me. This is the best green dragon I think I've ever been a part of. So, how are you doing, Stinger? Well, I'm doing all right, man. You know, my YouTube channel got taken down. Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry to hear about that. What about your Poison Stinger too? Nah, man, that got taken down too. Oh, shit. What the fuck, bro? I know, man, and I'm on DLive now. What the fuck is DLive? So, Irish, how you doing?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm getting by. I'm just trying to figure this
Still
shit out.
breathing. That's a plus, right?
Yep. Maybe if I just show you. Can I just show you? I mean, you're not doing anything right now.
I see 16 infinity windows, 2 of you and 1 of me.
How do you share just one person's thing? Oh, hold on. I just want... There we go. That's... I just didn't want to be in on it. Now...
It's your chat.
No. This is the Green Dragon, bro.
Are we actually in the Green Dragon?
We are.
I still have the or I think I still have the key to that somewhere.
Yeah, I did too. But I tried to get it through StreamYard, right? Because that would have been easier.
Mhm.
It would have been a lot easier. But no, it wanted me to have a verification code to a phone number that no longer exists. So, I don't know. I went ahead and did, account verification thing, but that's going to take a while, I'm imagining. Real girl, how did that go? Yeah, they got to get back to me, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you have to be careful about that because if all your accounts are connected to the same phone number, whenever they shut down one of your channels, they'll shut down all of them. So,
Will they? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm on the Green
So
Dragon. There's 5 viewers.
oh yeah, fired up, and pissed off.
Yes.
I see it. Yes, I see
Yes.
it.
I'm
If all your
fired
accounts
up
are connected to the same.
and I'm pissed off. And Mule's pissed off too. It's just not a good thing. Although he's trying to put his, I think it was grandson. Oh, I forget which one he said. It might have been Declan. Somebody's going to bed. And if you're in the chat and I know you and you've been in the Green Dragon before, fire it off, man. I will send you a code. And then it could be more than just me and Irish talking to each other. Especially since he's not on camera even.
Because Edward Snowden told me to remove them.
Yep. Well, who was it? Like one of the guy who does Facebook. He's got tape over his cameras too. Right?
Oh no, I didn't tape over this one. I removed it. So you can turn it on all you want there, Alphabet Boys. But it's in the trash.
I suppose if you don't need to use it. Most tablets have both. Biker Bob 59. What's up, Biker Bob? Bri is in here. What's up, Bri? I've been missing you in the chat. You'll tweet it? Nice. Been a long time since I fired up the dragon. I don't know any of the newer people's history. I know there was some beef. I don't know anything about it. I don't really want to know about anything about it either, man. If you love freedom, I'm okay with that. Awesome seeing that Green Dragon notification. I bet it is. It's off pretty awesome to try to do it. And hopefully I will figure some stuff out so that when I fire it up, it might actually look a little bit better than it does now. Right now, you got me covering up half or quarter of the screen, and then you have Irish down there in the background. But he's not showing anything, so screw him.
I do have a new mask that I want to share with everybody whenever I get
Ooh.
good internet.
Nice. Did you make it yourself?
I'll send you a picture of it next time I go to the cabin.
So many code words.
Well, no, it's really in the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the workshop right now. So
okay. Sorry about eating in front of everybody, but it's dinner time. And I ended my chat, the evening catch-up, just a few minutes ago. Well, 39 minutes ago. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to fire up the dragon. I'm going to get Mule in here. He's putting his grandkid to bed, but he might be in here. I sent him a link. I sent Tactical Tony a link. I sent War Drums Network a link. We shall see if any of them show up. Irish showed up. Pre-Dawn, I think I sent him a link too. Rye is only listening for now. Biker Bob, I know that you're part of the Green Dragon. I don't know how much though. But I'll let Mule come in here and take over. I'll just host when Mule comes in. So until then, why am I pissed off? Well, I didn't get my way. YouTube decided to put me in a timeout. And that, you know what really pisses me off though? I get a strike on a video because of medical misinformation, right? For whatever reason. And I tell them, no. I was excited that we're finally getting a vaccine. I was telling everybody to go get your shot. It's the only thing that will save us. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. No, you're right. We'll take the strike off and reinstate your video. Huh. Can't believe they fell for it. All right, cool. Thanks. Right? And then another video from another day gets a strike. And I'm like, okay, I gotta now fight this one. Right? Meanwhile, that one is still in litigation. I haven't got back to me on that appeal. But then they struck the same video they had already struck, the one that I had already appealed and won the appeal and got reinstated. They struck it again. I then appeal that one, and within 20 minutes, they come back and say the appeal is denied. The strike is confirmed. I'm like, 20 minutes? It's been 3 days since I've appealed the other one. I haven't heard anything back. To me, that appeal went right back to the same person who flagged it who struck it in the first place. Pissed me off, I tell you what.
Well, they're just getting more Nazi-esque with their shit now. So,
well, they're definitely more emboldened.
Well, yeah, Daddy B's coming in and gonna take care of all the people.
Right. All right. Let me do one thing, guys. One thing. Hold on. Want this link here and copy that, and I love OBS. I'm starting to learn it a little bit better. There we go. That's for DLive though, but we will change that real freaking quick. Chat. There it is. Properties. Paste. Oh, I should have called this chat 3 or something like that. Oh well. Here we go. Look at that. And just like that, we got everybody in the chat here. Since it's just me and you, Irish, we might as well have people in the chat being able to see their chat on the screen. And we can too. That way we don't have to look at somewhere else. Let me just adjust a few things here though. How is this all affecting you? Are you tired of wearing masks yet? Because I hear that they slow down. They slow down the spread. Damn it, I don't have that on here. Hold up. I gotta add that. This is a whole new thing here. Scene.
So I got a good story for you.
Okay.
I was at a big box retailer today, and because I've been working out and I eat 4 to 6 eggs at my breakfast time, which is roughly 4 to 5 p.m. in the afternoon.
Right.
Um, so I went early this morning with my wife and 2 of my children to the big box store. And because of eating so many eggs, I have gas from the eggs, right?
Oh man, egg
And
gas is the worst.
it gets better. So I'm in an aisle full of people that are wearing masks, and I'm not wearing one. So I'm already getting shit looks, right?
Right.
So then what do? I rip a silent but deadly fucking killer in the fucking aisle.
Nice.
And people start gagging and fucking coughing and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that mask works real good. It won't keep a fart out. It's not going to keep the virus out.
Right.
And my wife goes, oh my God, you're fucking killing everybody. It was so fucking hilarious.
That is pretty funny. Oh my.
So if your mask don't keep my fart out, it's sure as hell not going to keep a virus out, right?
No, probably not. What's up, Broken Patriot? How are you doing? This is the famous Green Dragon y'all have been hearing about. Yeah, this is the place, man. This is where it happened like what, 5 or 6 years ago? It's, I think, the last one that I remember that was the original crew. Basically when Trump took 1 year before Trump took office, we all kind of died out and went our own ways, right? No one wears a mask in my town. Only 250 people live there. Dude, you're living my dream. Absolutely living my dream. Fuck you and your nice place. Jeez Louise. All right, let me see if this works now. Mask work 100%. Nope, doesn't work yet. Hold up. I gotta figure out.
Are we going to get the dragon shut down talking like this?
No, because I just said how great the masks are, bro. This is just me too. They don't shut you down for that. They shut you down for any dissenting opinion. All right. There we go. I fixed it. Oh yeah, the masks totally work. 100%. They slow down the spread of the virus. Okay, now it works good. Instead
Don't
of
stop a fart from spreading.
no. Yeah, well, here's the thing. You know, a fart is airborne. Supposedly, the virus is not airborne; it's spit-borne. But when you then tell them, well, how big of a spit particle does it have to be in order to travel on it? They're like, well, very small. Oh yeah, so small you can't see it? Yeah, totally smaller than that. You know, that's why you wear the mask. Oh, okay, so here's some vape, water particles. You can see it. Watch it go through this mask. Now, the ones that you can't see gotta be smaller than that, right? Oh.
And what happened to after you get it? Why do you still got to wear a mask?
Yeah, no, there was somebody who got the. Remember, I did a story about it. There was somebody who got the virus or the what is it the vaccine, right? They got the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
They even got the second dose, and they were so excited because now that they were gonna go and spend the Christmas holidays with their family. Okay. Well, that's not supposed to happen, and there was an expert that came on right after that person had gotten it saying, yes, I can now spend time with my family. Said, no, you shouldn't. Not until 100% of the population is vaccinated. We all still need to socially distance and wear our mask at all times.
Well, why do I need a vaccine if I've already had it, though?
Exactly. I have no idea.
Doesn't my body build up immunities?
No, man, that herd immunity thing is false news, fake news. Instead of releasing the Kraken, it's released the dragon, dude. The Green Dragon, if you look up history, it was a Green Dragon Tavern, and that. Oh, somebody subscribed to me on YouTube. Maybe it's on. I wonder if it's on this. I don't even know where it is now. Let me just check what 24
Probably
subscribers.
the person that's been digging your videos.
No, that's probably on Poison Stinger 2 because it's only got 24 subs right now. I would imagine, but I have no idea. Yep, Poison Stinger 2. That's exactly what it was. All right, I just wanted to check. Oh, Mule's here. What's up, Mule?
Oh shit!
You're muted. You gotta unmute yourself. And let me go to my thing and just get out of the way. Hold on.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Mule. There you are.
Right. I had to grab a hallway shot because I just put my grandson to bed.
Yeah, no problem. I'll
So.
keep it down.
No, you're good. And I might transfer downstairs once I'm sure he's asleep. But for now, that's why I was muted and all that. Anyway, so man, the Green Dragon's open. Jesus Christ. What,
Yeah.
Stinger? Me making a couple of videos in a month is gonna like trigger you to open the fucking dragon?
Oh no, dude! Shutting down my YouTube channels to do that.
Yeah, I heard Stinger. I heard Riddle Girl's announcement about that. How you got shut down for a minute. Hey, you know what? I think you and I are the last two. There may be a couple other sets of keys out there that are still floating around on Dragon.
Right.
And this is why I kept it open all these years, just in case.
I have a feeling it'll be a good place. I mean, I missed it for sure.
And listen,
even with Trump in office, I missed it.
Well, as you know, we were kind of getting off the rails there even a year before Trump got in office, you know?
Yeah.
And you know what? People needed to see. Now they know, right? And guess what? Again, they forgot. They thought after Obama, it's like, oh, we got Trump. Well, he should have been a whole different thing. And he tried to be, you know. Did he have some fuck ups? 100%. The whole bump stop thing. Yeah, but look at all the people he had to pick from, right? He kept choosing fucking rhinos and all this because nobody knew any better, right? You didn't understand. He didn't understand because he's one of the elites that were in power. He did not get that the whole thing is fucked, that it's corrupt for all the way down to the foundation. The foundation's still good, but I don't know if the people can handle the foundation anymore. You know, because the very foundation of the United States is individual responsibility. And nobody wants to be responsible for themselves anymore.
No, they want other people to do it for them. They're scared. They want to live their lives, go to their job, pay their mortgage, get their kids through school.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to be told what to do.
Yeah, 100%. You know, they want to be told what to do. They want to be kept, quote unquote, safe.
Yeah.
You know? But as our founding fathers said, you know, look, nobody's safe. And the only thing you're going to get if you want that level of safety is tyranny. And that's what people are begging for.
Yeah, freedom went out the window with no gunshots, man. It just, please take my freedom from me and keep me safe.
Man, okay, so remember, and Vet, you're still on, right? You guys remember when we first started, you know, the whole fucking, one of the big things that we used to talk about quite a bit was the surveillance state and
Yes,
when
sir.
it started and how it started, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And now people don't even give a shit that they're recorded everywhere they go.
No, yeah, it's like everyday thing.
Yeah, they just, it's nothing.
When
You
the
know,
whole Walmart
fucking-
cameras with the facial recognition came out and like they know exactly everything about you and your shopping history, people are like, yeah, so what?
Yeah, well, people become shocked. You know, they're like, oh, you mean the government knows everything I've done basically since the invention of the internet? If you've been on it, yeah, pretty much. They've recorded every fucking thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just that fucking simple. And people don't want to admit it. And once they have a reason to look at you, that's when they dig into your record and find out what the fuck you've been up to.
Right.
Everybody who bought a fucking Polymer 80, oh, you poor bastards, you're going to get a visit from fucking ATF.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it all depends,
They're
I
gonna
guess,
know
how long they kept
everything
those.
you
Or the
bought
NSA
before
down.
you showed up there.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, vet. You remember those conversations we've had, all of us, HD, Rebel, bunch of people from all over the country that were all over the world at times back in the old Dragon. So anybody who and welcome to any new people to the Green Dragon.
Right.
Okay, as Stinger was starting to explain, that's the birthplace of the revolution.
Yeah.
Is a tavern in Boston called the Green Dragon. That's where they started talking the most shit and decided to have a tea party. So back when the Tea Party basically started again in the middle of Obama's fucking nightmare, I opened the tavern and I handed the keys to like-minded people, and we had very good conversations back in the day. And if you go watch a lot of them, you'll see how relevant they are today.
Yep.
Go take a look at some of our stances on China and what we talked about, and how Russia was not the threat where China was, and everybody laughed at us.
Are those even still up? I would imagine YouTube's taking those down for hate speech or something. I mean, especially the one that I had done, obviously, but there's got to be plenty of them that are taken down for that kind of stuff.
Probably, right? I really don't fuck around with that email account anymore. It's just kind of sitting there to stay open for whatever YouTube has, whatever shenanigans YouTube has these days. Because come on, I mean, okay, I got a YouTube bitch. So YouTube doesn't want to share any of the ads with everybody. And for years, they fucked over all the content creators, right?
Yep.
And yet now I see 2 to 7 fucking full goddamn ads through everybody's gun videos and shit like that.
And they don't get hardly any of it.
Most of them don't get any of it. I was watching a demonetized video, and the guy knows it's going to be demonetized. He's cussing whatever in it, talking about guns and shit. And 7 fucking ads in it though. So it was demonetized, meaning that guy's not getting nothing.
Well, I'll tell you what, I use Stream Elements on here. It's like Super Chat, but it's one extra step somebody has to go through, but the person gets 100% of it. Google doesn't take Google, when you Super Chat on my channel anyway, takes like 30%.
Right.
Stream Elements doesn't do that, and it's not that hard to sign up for technically. If we really want to fire up the Dragon, remember how we had the tip your bartender before? If we all had our Stream Element link in the descriptions, they could literally tip whatever bartender they want individually on the same chat, and I can set that up to give an alert for each one of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I'll be honest with this thing. It's yours if you want it, buddy. You can do whatever the hell you want. I've always felt that way. You and Riddle Girl, do what you want with it. I shut the doors but didn't sell the property 6 years ago. It's still there. Beer taps. You're gonna have to change the skunky kegs, but it's still there.
You know how many roaches we have laying around, and I'm not talking about the creepy crawly ones.
Oh fuck no. But you know what I'm saying, dude. If you want to do that, that's fine. But you know what? I've given up on America and the whole. I'll be honest, man. I think our we're in a downward spiral, and it's not going to get better. It's just not.
I would probably agree with that, but
are we going to end up in the dystopian nightmares you guys were talking about a little earlier?
No.
It'll be worse. Yeah. It'll be worse.
And
it won't be Elysium. It'll be worse.
Right. Well, getting into the comments, Broken Patriot saying hello to everybody. Riddle Girl's in here, and Biker Bob 59. No one wears a mask in his town.
Yeah, in fucking Canada.
Yeah. Bri.
What is there? 25 people there, Bob?
250. 250.
Oh, okay. So yeah, but we weren't counting the caribou mutations,
Canada, where you can still go and have some sort of gun. Bri is in that chat, saying hello to Mule. Video up.
What's up, Bri?
7 years ago. Yeah, he comes and hangs out in my chat quite a bit. I'm pretty happy about that.
I know. So a lot of old Dragonites do, man. A lot of I've noticed when I cruise in, I'm seeing some of the core Dragon people. And then Tony, when I said Tony's opening up a Dragon, he opened up a faux dragon.
Okay. Well, when I
But,
open
you know,
it up
being-
like this,
being-
it'll definitely be multiple people and not just myself. Cause screw that shit. That gets old quick listening to yourself talk all the time.
Well, I'll tell you something, buddy. It has been fun watching you do that new thing. I mean, I miss you and Irish bouncing off each other
Yeah.
in the morning. You know, I do miss that because even though I didn't comment a lot, it'd be like radio. You know, like I used to do Howard Stern. I just put you guys on, let you two babble. You know, throw some really good shit in every once in a while, and then do what we always did:
Well,
squirrel out
we'll be
and start having an interesting
back as soon as I
conversation.
get good.
As soon as he gets good internet.
Yeah, tell him he's got to feed his goddamn goats better. Let him run.
Yeah,
on that
it'll be
wheel
back as soon as
harder
I get
or
good
something.
internet.
I don't know.
And how long are we expected for your internet to get better? What's the time
I
frame?
think after the fall of this America and the beginnings of the rise of the new one,
Yep.
by then maybe he'll have good internet.
What are you guys' thoughts of state secession? Do you think any state will actually try to secede, like Texas?
I hope so. I really do.
I mean,
I hope Texas does. I hope Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana take off and pick up any ones in the middle that want to go.
Yeah,
Right? Because if they do, my ass is heading that way.
yeah, same here. I mean, they
I sure as fuck ain't heading out west because that's going to be, you know, an offshoot is fucking China. Let's just be honest about that shit.
yeah,
Along with the west coast of Canada, all that, and Bob can tell you, all that shit's going to be Chinese in the fucking next 100 years. Thank God I'll be dead, you know. But yeah,
Bring you
seriously,
the
you
story
know,
about them Trudeau training the Chinese up there and cold weather training.
oh yeah,
hey, you know,
Actually training
Yeah.
Chinese soldiers up in Canada, right? Well, that last month.
yeah, I don't doubt it. I have look once they knew they okay. So China won the election, right? So what election? Well, let's call it the Chinese election.
there you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll supplement and say, Chairman Trump did not, was cheated by, X. I saw X Yiden, right?
All right.
And in China, nobody cares, right? Any more than they would here if that something similar happened. Because the elites told everybody not to. I mean, look, China already has that whole social credit bureau, right? So whatever the Chinese media tell the people of China to believe, they have no choice but to believe, right? Well, it's no different in other parts of the world where the sheep are so docile at this point and propagandized that they will believe anything that the magic screen tells them. Even things that their own eyes tell them is different.
Yeah. So many things that should have screamed something's wrong, but everybody was like, "No, everything looks normal here."
Yeah, and then until after, right? Until after their coup de grace has already happened, and then they feel that, oh, hello, Teeny Beanie, what's up with you? Go potty. After that's all happened, right? Then they can come out and tell you how right you were. How yes, the people that yes, if you would have known this information, you probably would have decided the way you had.
Yeah.
But we kept telling you it was all a lie, even though, now we're telling you it's the truth.
The Hunter Biden thing.
On anything. I don't want to get you shut down on another place. Right? So,
No, that was for medical misinformation. Obviously,
Okay, well,
obviously, you should wear your mask every time you go outside. For crying out loud, there's a pandemic out there. Wear your mask. Get your shots.
well, wait a minute. I'm talking to you people here. Shouldn't I wear a mask now?
I think we're socially distanced enough.
Are we sure though? I mean, does YouTube really want us to chat in the same chat and not put a mask on? You know, are you sure we're not going to get banned over that? Because they really might. Because you can see me, so you might catch the virus from me.
Right.
It's not the mask. Oh my God! Oh my God!
He's already had it.
Oh, so he's really contagious. He's super contagious. Oh, everybody who's watching this, you're screwed. Oh, wait a minute. You can't see that. He's wearing a mask.
In fact, he's got a new mask that he just made that he's going to show me once he gets back to the cabin.
Oh, yeah. Once he gets internet good enough to run video, too.
Yeah.
So, but right now, he's wearing a mask. And let me tell you, if you've ever seen Vet's face, you're kind of glad he's wearing a mask.
Damn right. I'm the shit that nightmares are made of.
Yeah, I'd say he has a face only a mother could love, but he's actually married, so somebody else might like it too.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a little old dragon talk right there. Fucking with each other. For sure.
Like she probably doesn't like me.
Oh, she didn't really like me. No, that's now, buddy. At first, you fooled her.
Rich 1911 says, "I got my mask on watching this." Good job, Rich. Way to stop the spread. Appreciate it. Riddle Girl says, "LOL to Rich." Oh, mask. What are your guys' favorite masks? Like the medical paper one, the buffs?
I wear Guy Fawkes mask.
Oh yeah. I tried to find one that was good, but I didn't get that. I mean, this one's okay. It's just easier to put on. Doesn't mess up the hair. Got to keep the hair looking fly. Whereas the neck gaiter kind of messes it up a little bit.
Yes, mine's the Guy Fawkes neck gaiter.
Yeah.
So first of all, it doesn't even block it. It's so thin.
Yeah.
Right. And I purposely use it because it's so thin.
Yep.
It really does. I smoke through it. It doesn't block anything.
Well, none of these do. I've vaped through every single one of these masks. None of them do.
So,
but yeah, you're right. I mean, this is why I have the zombie one, which is kind of fun. And now some places are saying you can't wear these because they're too thin. Like, well, it's this.
I've not encountered that at all.
I have
right?
Once or twice. Yeah.
But I've mainly had people say that's a cool mask, and I'm like, yeah, okay, but it's not doing anything. I'm doing this. My compliance is just to get coffee. It's not to fucking agree with you at this point. I spent 6 months telling you people you were fucking idiots, and nothing's changed. So I'm not an idiot. I don't wear my mask except when I have to, and when I do, it's trying to mock you. So.
Bryce said he cut up his wife's thinnest old T-shirt. Well, what about McCaffrey? Remember McCaffrey? He wore a thong from it looks like Victoria's Secret on his face.
Yeah, his wife's panties. Yeah. So
there are
statement about me farting in the aisle and everybody breathing in my fart, and I told them and I laughed because their masks don't work because they could taste my fart.
Masks totally work. They absolutely work 100%.
You seen the light come on in some of their eyes. They're like,
yeah, some of them. But then they'll go home and realize it's spit, not airborne.
Well, I'll tell you what. The reason why I gave up on the fight, and
fart came through my underwear and my pants.
Oh my God.
That is true.
And you know what? That's why your wife's not friendly to you anymore. Streaks like that. It probably stained your underwear and your pants. It's funny though, and it does just crack me up. And this is why I gave up on America a long time ago. Because, the masks are a symbol of how quickly people will give up their freedom.
Yeah.
Look at how fast people bought the pandemic propaganda from China and everybody else, right? So how fast were they willing to buy into the bullshit? Super fast.
Yep.
I mean, and it was to not think, here goes my conspiracy theory, to not think this is all a setup. Well, look, 1 minute we were doing an impeachment on bogus principles, right? And they were blocking that and calling it propaganda when you were questioning that, right? And then all of a sudden we have this mysterious pandemic that doesn't really kill anybody, any more than the general flu does every year. And we're going to close the whole world down and destroy every economy, right? And only give money to big corporations, kill every small business in the world, right? And make everybody frightened, right? When everybody's locked, how can you have a revolution when everybody's locked in their own fucking houses? You can't,
Nope.
right? And that's why the only places you see anything close to it happening is in big cities because, that many tiny rats packed in that big of a thing, they're going to have to break out. But you go out to the rest of America and nothing's really changed. We never had this fucking lockdown pandemic bullshit. For the most part, yeah, the restaurants are closed, but they're still doing takeout, dine-in, outside eating. So until this winter, it was not that bad, right? But as it's getting colder, now they're putting up tents. So it's like, why the fuck are you putting up a tent with a heater to feed people outside because of the stupid law when you have comfortable seating in your building, which has heat?
Yeah, over here,
And ventilation.
there's a church that has a school that goes on right next to our house, and we're walking by it, and they have all the kids outside eating lunch, and it's, it's not really cold here, but it's 50, 60 degrees, right? Still cold enough to where when you're sitting on a bench eating your lunch, not moving around, that's kind of cold.
Right.
I mean, if you go out in the cold, that's how you get sick.
For sure.
Yeah. For sure. Steven Minkeberg. Hey, long time. Tavern was closed. Nice to hear you again.
Yeah, I think that's Stinger's point. He's trying to get me back.
I got you already, bro. I mean, you got yourself, bro.
That's true. Like I admitted to you on there, man.
Yeah.
You're kind of right. I mean, I said, look, when I used to pump up the Joker, because to me he was always the Joker. We're throwing the Joker into Washington and see what he can break.
Right.
And you know what? He did a great job to me. He fucking broke it all.
He pissed
all
off
that
both
shit's
sides.
Exposed.
He pissed off both sides.
Yeah, all that shit's exposed.
Yeah.
Every single bit of it. The bullshit and corruption is totally exposed to the world now. The deep state, at one point, nobody knew what the fuck you were talking about. Everybody now sees it. Now, if they care about it or not is something totally different, right? They don't care about it, but they at least have been exposed to the truth. And whether they do anything about it or not, well, seems like they're not gonna.
No.
And here's the thing: when you've even bought partway into the system, you're not going to pull an Oswald or a Sirhan. You just got too much to lose.
Yeah.
Or a McVeigh. That's just not going to happen. If there isn't at least 3% standing up, you already know you're going to get smacked down.
Yeah,
and it's just not there.
No matter what you do, if you do it by yourself, you're going to be you're going to be the crazy person this is why we need stricter laws. No, this is why we need stricter laws. See, that's why we can't have nice things. That's why we got to get rid of pressure cookers now.
Right. So, but if everybody stood up together, you change the world, right?
That's why they try to keep us separated as much as possible and have us turning each other in for not social distancing and not wearing your mask, which, once again, you should totally wear your mask every time you go outside. I'm not going to get this shut down on my watch.
The views of the callers video may or may not be that of the actual host.
Right.
The host has zero responsibility, nor does the owner of this particular YouTube channel, which I am. But I will tell you, you don't want to ask me questions because I will give you the answers, and nobody likes them.
Because most of you
Nobody likes
motherfuckers
the
are going to
truth.
just sit there and take it.
Nobody likes the truth. Well, that's the beauty of YouTube, right? So if I wanted a conversation, I'd open this. If I want to just tell fuckers shit, I just do it on my channel.
Mhm.
You know, hey, this is my thought. If you agree or not, fuck you if you don't, fuck you if you do. That was what I thought at that moment. I don't care what you think. It's good if we agree. Then it means you're awake and you see the world similarly. If you don't agree, well, you're welcome to your opinion in America, but mine is mine, and if you make your own goddamn videos if you want to fucking rebut me. But here's the thing, I probably won't watch them.
Nice.
Because I really don't give a fuck what other people have to say. It's gotten past that. You know, words without action don't mean shit. You know, the Bible says that all the time. You know, prayers without deeds mean nothing. You know, you can talk about how you're going to help the poor and then, you know, go buy yourself that 20-room mansion.
Yep.
Am I being too loud for you, sweetheart? Do I need to go downstairs so you can go to sleep?
No. She didn't like her hoo-ha, but she went to bed.
Oh, that's nice. I'm on chat.
You know what?
I asked a question. Now I regret it. I think I'm going to go downstairs is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Because that's the second time she's decided to come out here.
Sorry, Mule.
No, that's dude. This is definitely Old Dragon, right?
Yeah. I sent out a couple invites. I sent one to Mule, or not Mule, obviously Mule. Reb. I sent one to Reb. I don't know if he'll come.
What he's doing.
I know what he's
Who knows
doing.
if he's even? Oh, yeah? Did you call him?
Yeah, I called him a little while ago to see if he wanted to go to that shoot that we're talking about doing in Texas. And I'll tell you what, he's done talking too. He's more ready to do some shit about it.
Oh, yeah, well, you know, all us old fucks are ready to do it, but we're old fucks, right? We were trying to get that shit before our kids got old enough.
Right.
So now our kids are old enough, and it's like, God damn it, that's just going to hurt.
Yeah.
I'm already sore, feeling my misspent youth very, very much these days, you know?
Well, not me, man. I'm feeling better than I've felt in years, so I'm ready to fucking go.
Oh, no, it's just, for me, it's just age and gunshot wounds and stabbings and, you know, motorcycle crashes and shit catching up with me.
War Drums Network. Mule needs to get out of the closet.
I'm out of it, you fuck. And War Drums Network, you can get your ass in here, asshole.
I sent you a link to your phone. It's pretty easy.
Trying to act like nobody knows who you are. I'm War Drums Network.
I'm going to change my name every once in a while.
Right? Nobody will know it's me.
And after I had made that awesome intro for Rebel, too. Nobody remembers it.
Look, man, everybody's kind of giving up the ghost. I mean, you know, shit, I haven't even seen an HD video in a while.
Yeah.
All I see him doing is making selfies on fucking Facebook.
I think a lot of people know what's coming.
Yeah, and if you ain't prepped for it, you're going to be screwed by it.
You had almost half of the country suing 4 other states, and the Supreme Court, the reason the Supreme Court even exists, decided, no, we're not going to hear that. And now those half of the country states are pretty much told, go sit in the corner and cry about it. And now you're going to make over 150 million people that bought braces legally felons overnight unless they register into a gun registry on those things. Yeah, I think people are starting to get a little upset about that.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Fuck them. We got this far because of them. Fuck them. Every single one of them. Fuck them where they breathe.
Yeah.
Okay? Like we said, okay, here's the deal. And everybody who's new to the Dragon, we talked about this years ago. I opened the Dragon in like 12, you know?
Yeah,
it was something like that at least 8 years ago, right? So we were talking about all this shit. We talked about it for damn near 4 fucking years, right? And nobody heard shit. And a lot of people talk about it all over the internet, pre-internet, post-internet, whatever the fuck. Everybody's been telling you for years, you don't fucking want to listen. Well, this is what you get. You're getting what you fucking asked for. And if you believe the bullshit that, all those people who went to all those rallies did not get out and vote, but them 5 motherfuckers who went to that one dude's rally, man, they voted 50 million times. So if you buy that bullshit and you're good with it, then you get what the fuck you deserve, which is this.
Yep.
Everything that you see coming. And it's now like a freight train. And like Vet was saying, China, you know what? Fucking Canada's already ready to roll over to China. Okay?
Yep.
And you don't think the West Coast isn't too?
No.
Okay,
I mean,
you don't
Biden's-
think that. And guess what? The Chad never stopped in fucking Seattle. And guess what? They're ready to turn Seattle over to Chinese right fucking now. They don't understand that those dumbasses will be the first against the wall if you give it to the Chinese. But people ain't smart. They're not fucking smart enough to figure that shit out anymore. America is a country of idiots
Yeah.
who've been dumbed down.
You can see it when
Since-
they drive
since-
around in their
since
car with their
Vietnam.
mask on.
Well, since Vietnam, your whole fucking country's been dumbed down. And if you didn't wake yourself up and figure that shit out for yourself, you're fucked. And you're just going to keep fucking buying the fucking Soylent Green.
Right, said surviving the Zika had to be rough on a guy. And Curb Stomp, what's up, Curb Stomp, says train rods are coming. War Drum says he hasn't been on a chat in 8 years. Well, you know what I say? Long fucking overdue. Get your ass in here, bro. God.
It hasn't been 8 years since we've been on a chat together,
No,
but
it
it's been at
hasn't
least
been.
5. I'm not. It's at least 5.
Yeah, 5 or 6, something like that.
Yeah, you'd have to
Long
go. You know what? Go look in if you're
Yeah, I
bored
did.
or you think we're dumb. Go look into the archives here on Green Dragon Tavern chats, and you can find it.
Yep.
You can find the very first one with me, War Drums, Dead Winter, Pre-Dawn, Stinger. Fuck.
When we were looking younger.
No. The first ones were actually on my channel, on the Mule Team channel. But
Mhm. Let's see.
were you looking younger? Well,
I was.
probably. I probably had a little less gray in my beard, but not by much. My beard was longer there for a while.
All right.
Yes,
Still
it
haven't
was.
sold the fucking gun. Hey, when they first, I'll be honest. Okay, so when the whole Chinese virus thing started coming up in the beginning, look, I was prepared for it to go full bore, to actually do what it said. Wipe out half the fucking population. Let's get this party started. Everybody keeps talking about we're overpopulated, which they're still saying now in the pandemic, right?
Mm-hmm.
That we have too many old white people around, right? And we need to let them die off.
Well, there's one way
Seriously?
to get rid of the old people.
Well, you know what? There's an article in the New York Times talking about that. So if you think I'm full of shit, go read your New York Times.
Mhm.
So, but you understand what I'm saying. You understand my meaning behind it is we're fucked, and there's no fixing it now. There was no fixing it with Trump. I don't know why anybody thought he was going to fucking save the day, like God Emperor Trump coming down or some shit. No, he's the fucking Joker. He's going to light $1 billion on fire and laugh about it.
Now look who's here. What is up, bro?
Oh,
What's up,
you're able to
gentlemen?
drag him in.
His beard is
Hold
on
on.
point.
Dude,
Oh, shit.
this whole fucking thing wanted to access my whole life. What kind of shit is this?
I don't think it does. It just wants your camera, bro, and your mic.
You know what? Fuck them, dude. I can't hide shit from anybody, even my grandkids. So, fuck hiding them from the government.
All right.
Fuck them. If they wanna look at my fucking my Pornhub sites, knock yourself out. I'm kind of basic. I'm pretty vanilla.
That's a scary fucking thought.
I'm just saying. If that's what
How's
you.
it going, Jen?
And hey, you know what? I am sure that they reassigned third option a while ago. So
All right.
you'll
Irish, I'm
notice.
Cover you up with the chat. Sorry, go ahead.
And for everybody who doesn't know, third option was our personal NSA agent for years.
Yep. Oh, there went War Drums. Oh well, probably overheat your phone,
I'm
right?
here.
If I
No,
remember
you can
correctly.
hear me, can't you?
Yeah, I can hear you. No, you're good.
Yeah.
7 years ago was the first stream of the Dragon. 7 years.
Yeah, when I opened the channel.
Well,
'Cause
yeah,
we were
Green
doing it for-
Dragon, Green Dragon Tavern Chat's first chat. Welcome everyone. Streamed 7 years ago.
Yeah, but remember, I was doing it for a minute on my own. So
Yep, that is true.
until what? I think it was Ibome talked me into fucking. Oh, just build your own channel. We'll talk about politics and booze, and and I'm like, okay, but I'll talk about weed. But everybody else can talk about booze. It's good. We're good, right? And fuck, motherfucker only picked up the key once. Goddamn Ibome.
And then he started up his own beer review channel. Where
Yeah,
he
which
talks
is-
mostly about politics.
Right, but again, this is where it's different, right? The Green Dragon was for conversations.
Mm,
Our personal channels are for our views,
yeah.
and that's where your view can be different on something. And back in the day, I would either do a response video to you, right?
Yeah.
Or once they opened up these fucking chats, well, then you go and try and chat with the person and have a live conversation and let everybody who was making comments in the video listen to the live chat. And that's why, remember, when we were first going, now they fucked all those numbers up. So if you go look at the numbers on the Green Dragon now, they look way different than they did that first 2 years. They've stripped a lot of info and just thrown it away, right? Our view count, if you remember, there were times we were hitting almost 4,000, Stang.
Yeah, especially around Bunny Ranch time.
Yeah, easily, right? Live stream watching, we hit the top of the fucking live chat a couple of times.
Yep.
But you go look at those numbers on those videos now, and it doesn't look like anybody ever watched them.
Good.
War Drums like, I don't want nobody to remember me.
Everything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, but for
already
us, it's
jumped in.
too late. For us, we already said
I already
it.
jumped the
right?
shark today.
Oh yeah.
I was already on a podcast earlier today, and
Oh wow.
someone I highly respect, and they were saying, take your braces off, hide your suppressors and this, that, and the other, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What are you talking? First of all, how about this? How about when they come for your guns, you give them the lead first? How about that?
It's a fucking tool. Use it.
What
They
are
say
you
something.
talking about?
Yeah, I don't get that mentality. I have a hammer. If you want to act like a nail, guess what? I'm gonna smack you.
Dude,
I tried. I bought stuff legally.
That is all the gun guys on YouTube. They're all saying the same thing. Oh well, I'll just give them what they want because I got more guns. I got guns everywhere. It's like that's not the
wrong
point, you
channels.
idiot.
You're watching.
Yeah, I'm not.
Dude,
I didn't happen to catch those.
Me either.
oh God.
The ones I caught, right? The ones I
Now's
caught
the time to
said
be digging up the
exact
cash.
opposite.
Yeah. If it's
There you
time to
go.
bury them, it's time to dig them up.
There you go.
Well, like I said in my little fucking rant, man, it's a tool. Use it. That's what it's exactly what it's designed for.
Exactly.
If they're fucking coming for it, the whole reason why the Second Amendment was there, well, one of the many, but that's the reason, is to end tyranny. If they're coming for your shit, that's tyrannical. Use your fucking tool to end tyranny. There's one specifically designed for it, right? And that's what they're coming to get, is that tool specifically designed to end tyranny. So it's time for you to use it against that tyranny.
And you should really look into buying a 3D printer if you haven't already, because I'm looking at doing that myself.
Oh yeah. Go look at your local pawn shop, because so many people jump on the bandwagon early and then bail because they're fucking stupid. And I was just in my local and I'm stupid. Don't believe me. But I looked in my local pawn shop. I saw 4 of them. 2 of them look like they've been touched once.
Wow.
For about
They're not
half the
that
price
expensive.
they were originally.
Yeah,
No, they're not.
They're like $250. Brand new. And I just got my bottle opener in the mail today, so I'm pretty happy to have my new beer can opener or bottle.
Nice. How
opener.
do you like it?
So far, it's nice. It's got pin
Nice.
holders in it, so I can hold pins as well.
Right. Well, the whole thing is you have to have the right bolt carrier group for that one.
Oh, I never heard about that one.
Yeah, that particular can opener, right? You do some more research, is what I would tell you, Sting, so that way we don't,
No,
fuck that.
I know.
It's a goddamn lightning link,
I
and
know
you
what
got to
you
use you got to use an SP1 bolt, right? Because it was designed to be able to turn a designed semi-auto into a full auto, right? So it's not like where you just got to. It's made to be used with certain design elements of the early civilian ARs.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about right now. But
so that's what I'm telling you. Do the research.
I do know that I have no idea what you're talking about.
No,
Yeah,
it's
have
the
your
opposite of
lawyer
mil-spec.
read that over.
Hey,
You need
Vet.
mil-spec.
Hey, Vet. Remember when Bushmaster first came out and they were like, oh, Colt, when they were putting out the SP1s, right? They specifically designed it so it couldn't be easily made into a full auto AR, right? So that lightning link works with those. Whereas, say, drop-in auto sear works with the more modern, the AR, the more M16 style, like you get in the modern age. Right? So in the modern age, it's actually pretty easy to convert it.
You better stop before Stinger gets swatted, man.
Oh, I'm already expecting to, dude, because I'd forgotten to turn on my VPN when I bought it. So I bought a bottle opener, and that's all I bought. I ain't touching it. I ain't doing a damn thing. You come to my house and want to see it, it'll be in the same configuration it is now. Will I have scanned it and sent a copy off to Irish? I'm not going to say if I've done that or not.
They already know, dude. What the fuck you mean you're not going to say? They knew what you were doing when you turned your fucking thing on.
Ghetto birds over the top anyways.
Yeah, we'll never know if they're coming or not. That's all right.
Just don't buy too many diesel filters. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know, right? The mechanic who got busted for that? That's crazy.
Dude, this latest ATF fuckery is simply about registration.
Yeah.
They're going to get everybody who wears the mask and wants the test and the vaccination. They're all going to line up to, get, I don't have to pay $200 and I can get my shit for free. Oh, sweet. Here's what I got. I mean, it's all about registration.
I already hear people. Now that I did hear on YouTube from a couple of fucking people saying, and they were talking against it though, because that was the first time I even heard that idea. But yeah, I agree with you because there's going to be plenty that are going, oh, well, fuck it. Maybe I'll make 6 of them now because I can get it for free. Meanwhile, they got you right where they want you.
And you don't have to wait the waiting period either, right? So now the few that I watched, they said don't comply, but if you want to, if you already had a pistol that you were wanting to make it into an SBR, now is the time to do it. You're not going to have to pay the $200 tax stamp, and you're not going to have to wait the 18 months or however long it is in order to do that. Just go ahead and slap it on now.
Now is the perfect time to make it not comply, because if we do that, then they're going to have to do away with the fucking SBR bullshit.
Well, you know how many people destroyed their bump stocks when they banned that?
Yeah.
How many people are going to destroy their braces or take their braces off? Or maybe they will. Maybe they'll just throw a stock on it. I mean, if you're going to go to 10 years for a brace, why not go 10 years for a stock?
But if I'm going to go 10 years for a stock, why not punch in the third pin?
Exactly.
I'm going to go to 10 years for that too.
Well, apparently the COVID thing's over because the ATF is like hot, buddy. So it must be now that the vaccines are available, they must have all got the vaccine and they're rip-roaring to go because they're showing up, with local police and agencies. I mean, they're showing up heavy, and they're not social distancing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Well, it's kind of easy when you have everybody locked in a fucking house and they all believe the bullshit, right? Instead of getting together and fucking meeting together and standing together, right? What did I always say? They're going to pick us off one by one. They're not going to come at us en masse.
Curb stuff says.
Yeah, this is a perfect.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a perfect time because they have everybody socially distanced. So therefore, there's going to be any resistance to this shit. It's attrition is what it is. It's attrition. Look up attrition. And it's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
If everybody's separated, we can't stand together. I mean,
Yep.
even though we can't stand together anyway, people like guns, half the people like guns, but we don't have the same fucking theory. So, and that's the problem.
Yep.
But yeah, right now, they have it separated. So if you don't have a team of guys to come help you or gals, you're fucked because they can do what they want to because everybody's afraid to be around people.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
No,
Go
but
ahead.
No, great point.
Yeah.
And that's, that's why I think personally, and I know it's my fucking tinfoil hat bullshit, but I think it's fucking all a Chinese plan. Once Trump got in, the Chinese were like, this guy's going to fuck us over. And, he doesn't want China to become number one, whereas we've already bought most of Washington. Washington's bought and paid for it. We got chicks fucking senators. We got other ones driving senators around like they're fucking Miss Daisy. We're in the government. There's no fucking problem there, right? But then Trump shows up, and all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Well, let's see if we can bribe him with some money. Oh no, he's rich already. He don't give a fuck. He's jingoistic. He only wants America to be number one. He doesn't want fucking China to be goddamn take over. Hell no. That's not good for his brand, right? Defeating his own narcissism. But he was no way in hell going to fucking bow and kowtow to China. Fucking these other two idiots, they're already there. They're already there.
Well,
Don't doubt that there's people deep in both of their offices that work directly for the CCP. So,
what do you think his next move is? I mean, he's sitting on his laurels right now. If it were me, I would have already acted.
well, you tell me what
Insurrection
Trump
Act,
can do.
call
Half
up the
the fucking-
militias and the National Guard and kick all these motherfuckers out.
And how many would show up? I mean, legitimately, how many do you think would really show up? Let's get honest with that
87
shit.
million.
Nah, dude, they may show up at the polls, but they ain't grabbing their fucking rifles and heading to DC. They ain't grabbing their rifles and heading to their own goddamn state capitals. Right? They ain't doing it. They're staying in their houses. They're afraid of the Rona, or they're afraid of getting fucking,
If he
eyeballed.
calls, I will be there.
Yeah, okay. So let's say he ends up with fucking 100,000. Let's be even generous and say 1 million. That's still ain't enough.
At
And
this point,
But if
there's
he
so much
enacts
proof
the
of the
Insurrection Act,
fuckery.
he can call the military, and then we'll have SOCOM, National Guard, militia, and he can call up everybody that's between the age of 7 and 45, 17 and 40, and take care of business. If he decides to do the Insurrection Act,
I wish. Let me tell you, Vet, I really wish that I believe that would be true if that happened. I don't. I believe if he called up anything at this point, they would laugh and do absolutely nothing. The fucking Joint Chiefs of Staff, most of the hierarchy of the military are bought and paid for with China too, right? They're bought and paid for with the military-industrial complex. They're bought and fucking paid for. They are not going to fucking go okay. Okay.
everybody's
Look at what Mathis did.
compromised.
Okay. The fact that fucking Trump did not want to keep doing wars for nothing in the fucking Middle East. Mathis turned against him, right? Everybody's my hero at one point. My hero. Right? I'm not gonna throw it on anybody else. My hero. That motherfucker, once Trump said, I want those boys home, I want that money home, I want that equipment home, I want us to stop paying for Europe, who's afraid of the fucking Russians, let them pay their own way. What happened? The whole military-industrial complex turned on a dime on the motherfucker. And then the deep state went, see, we told you, he's not for us, the government military-industrial complex. He's for those little fuckers who are actually working in his buildings. Fuck him. We got to get rid of this bastard. And they did. They did it right in front of all our fucking eyes. So you think any of these motherfuckers are really going to stand up and do anything? Nah, dude.
Here's the play. He could declassify a bunch of shit on his way out. Let's say he's not going to do shit. If he was really, for the people, He could declassify a bunch of shit that we need declassified, right? He could go out with a bang. He could fucking pardon Assange and Snowden. You know, there's things that he could be doing to say, hey, listen, guys, I fought the good fight, but the system's too corrupt, but I'm going to give you a couple of bones on the way out. He's not doing shit. You know, and meanwhile, the ATF is running roughshod over the whole situation. And I know there's a lot of people that their line in the sand is guns. So let's get it on. I mean, at this point, you know, it's easy peasy.
Yeah,
well, it's going to happen. We're definitely going to have another fucking Ruby Ridge, man.
You got half of the country suing 4 states and not being able to be heard in the Supreme Court that was put in place to hear disputes between states. And now what are they going to do? We already know Texas usually votes to secede. Yeah, it's a joke. Haha, we're voting to secede again. This time it might actually not be such a joke.
Well, we got
Justice Roberts on tape. The whole they're all compromised, dude. Why do you think they got rid of Scalia? He was the only one that had a fucking a backbone, you know. And Justice Roberts, he's on tape saying that he's going to do everything in his power to make sure that Trump doesn't have a second term. And then
that motherfucker was out getting pussy with fucking Clinton over with fucking you know, Epstein. So all that bullshit that that's not him, it's just a common name. There's fucking photographs of him standing on the fucking in the middle of the ocean on the beach by the island. Fuck that. Right? Yeah. It's not Photoshop bullshit.
They got snuff films on Wiener's laptop. How long have they had that? They've had this Epstein's right-hand girl in custody. You haven't heard shit about that.
No,
you know,
not in a long time.
They got all this.
Fuck, they had Hunter Biden's laptops for 2 years, and the only way that we even know shit about it is the fucking dude who found them originally said, "This is bullshit. I'm putting it out there."
Yeah, a fucking civilian, a computer guy. I mean, that's what I'm telling you. The place is rotten to the core.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you, Vet. I understand it's a nice dream to think that people will answer the call. Civilians will. Ex-military will.
No.
But to think,
listen, the people will answer the call. What I'm saying is the commander-in-chief is null and void. He's on the golf course, or he's planning his next fucking, you know, TV show or empire.
Yeah,
I think
doesn't seem like
it doesn't make any sense to
do anything about it. Yeah, sorry.
It doesn't make any sense that he's waiting until Congress adjourns and they take, because that just isn't going to hold any water. If the Supreme Court won't get involved with all the evidence that us common folk know about already, there's no fucking way they're going to fix anything in Congress.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody's going to do nothing. Trump's not doing shit. I mean, he tried it first, but it sounds like he's petering out. You know.
Yeah. I mean, you got General Flynn out there, you know, raising the alarm bells. Hey, time is of the essence here. You don't.
But they already burned him. He's burned. They burned him early. Yeah. They burned him first because they knew he would be a voice that people might actually listen to.
That's why I'm saying if he would just release the documents, man, if he would just declassify everything, get it out there so we can see how ugly, evil the system is for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, dude, I don't expect you to fall on the sword, but if you think you're going to walk away, I mean, you know, at least do us a solid and fucking and give us the info that we need so that we have a clear conscience, you know?
Now it's been a minute.
Well, okay, let me ask you a question then, Reb. Sorry, I didn't mean to break in.
Go ahead and ask your question. And then
but we're all used to that, aren't we?
Oh, no, I'm used to it.
Back in the day.
I'm used to it. I'm just saying I want to read chat here in a second, but go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, but hey, hold on a second, though. Here's my thing, War Drums, right? Fuck you, I'm calling you Reb. Okay, Here's my thing, Reb.
You can call me whatever you want.
Fucker.
Well, I'll call you John, but I don't think, you know, whatever. I don't want to have to pay you, you know. Or are you supposed to pay me, right? Anyway, listen, here's the thing. You're saying he needs to release. Who the fuck's going to listen to him at this point? Say he's already doing that. He's never had anybody on the ground in the government behind him at all, right? Most of his fight.
Whose fault is that? Whose fault
Ours.
is that? Who did he put in? He put in all the same fucking swamp rats that he said he was going to get rid of. He fucking put them right in to stab them
What
in the back.
happens? Okay, listen to this though. What happens when there's no other choices? There's no other people to take those positions.
Bullshit.
The fact that
I can name a dozen people that would have had his back.
that won't clear Congress. Remember, they got to go through the House before they hit the
Well-
Senate on half of them.
Okay, well, let me tell you something. Every single congressperson and senator, they have dossiers on them, right?
Yeah,
So all you got to do is get a hold of the information and say, look,
Right.
we're going to
the
blackmail you.
CIA
If you don't
does. But who hates Trump? Here's the thing. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Listen, you're not getting it, Reb. Who hates Trump? All the leaders in the government
Everybody.
hate Trump.
Pretty much.
If he says we're going to release documents showing how fucked up the CIA is, how fucked up the FBI is, how fucked up NSA is, do you think they're going to be able to release those documents? He's president in fucking name only at this point. He's nothing.
Yeah, well,
he's been president in name only. He's been only a partial president the whole time because they've had fucking chains around that dude the whole time. So if you think
That's
that
what
he
I'm
said,
saying. He's
I'm
got
gonna
nothing
release-
to lose.
yeah, he can't do shit. He could be trying to right now. He could be burning the fucking both candles. We think he's out golfing. He's trying to release everybody, right? But they're going, "Fuck you." He ain't doing it. We're over you. You were a glitch. The power system. Somehow we let the people speak, and this is what they gave us. Fuck you. We're not even listening to you anymore.
Yeah, well, I don't think the people that voted for Trump, knowing what they know now about the election. I mean, at this point, we're kind of fringe type folks, but I think the average folks now are saying, well, wait a minute, if our election is compromised and our cybersecurity is compromised, I think they're ready to get out the pitchforks. I really do.
I don't know, man. You know what? I know a lot of people heard that we need to start making lists of these deplorables.
Yeah.
And people went turtle. People went fucking turtle. They crawled into their shell. They ain't coming out until they don't think they're gonna get their head chopped off by it. Most of them are fucking pussies, dude. Most of them are pussies.
I agree.
Okay,
I
so
agree.
they heard Trump lost, so my guy lost, and now they're gonna make a list of everybody who supported my guy. I need to hide
Right. All right.
because
We
most
have
I
people
hope
are
you're
fucking
wrong.
pussies.
We have a lot of chat. I'm gonna
Sorry.
go through. I know you're fine. I'm gonna go through it real quick. Stefan, we have just a little problem with the Vax Tiffany cover. Military tactic separation. Bry, on the brighter side, it's easier to spot like-minded people who are not wearing masks. I'm making mental notes on that everywhere I go around my area. Mountain Man 1478, greetings to one and all. Stefan says voting fraud exists since ballots coming up. Little girl saying hello to Mountain Man. Tell me when and where, and I am there, says Mountain Man. The redneck prepper, George Washington, took the Valley Forge at Christmas. Stefan says pea parties divided the people voice. The redneck prepper, the Fed Bank took America at Christmas. Mountain Man says, how's it going? Bryce says he won't. At the end of the day, Trump will protect his wealth, family, legacy. He's always been a New York Democrat at heart. Stefan says Coca-Cola, Xmas, and Coke is COVID positivity Hell's Angels, question mark. The redneck prepper, the Trump card might be military. You have underestimated him. Just my thoughts, says the redneck prepper. Mountain Man says, we need another Snowden to bring some things to light and legitimize other things that we know but have little proof of. And Stefan says, the DS, ignore all plaints? So, plants, maybe.
What a great chat, man.
Well,
I
they
just
are
laugh when
talking it
people-
up.
I laugh when people think I underestimate Trump. I've literally watched Trump my whole life. I grew up in New York City. I lived in Queens, not far from his house. My high school was in Jamaica, Queens, right? And he lived in Jamaica Estates. He went to private schools. His fucking daddy was rich then too. His whole fucking family was. But I watched that motherfucker, and you can ask these guys. Rebel lost, War Drums lost money to me on whether Trump was going to win.
Yep.
Yeah, but now
Right.
we found out that the fix was in for Hillary. So on a technicality, You know,
The redneck
Yeah.
prepper. The redneck prepper says the USMC is his power, and the Constitution is the power. The
You know what?
Constitution
Yeah.
is a piece of paper
That is, yeah.
that has been
Okay, look.
broken for hundreds of years.
Yeah. So, I mean, come on. If you ain't woken up, I'm sorry. Look, if I'm the one to burst your bubble, well, I'm kind of glad about that.
Right? Yeah,
But
you always be my
let
first
me
mule.
burst this for you. The Constitution don't mean shit in the
he's not
United
talking
States,
about bursting the cherry.
right? The Constitution doesn't mean shit in these United States. It's just an ancient piece of paper that was part of our past.
Yeah.
Okay? If you want to think of it as a current document that people are paying attention to, please look at what's going on in America.
Yeah. I
And
mean, I
put
would
your
like to
fucking
get
mask
back
on.
to that. I want to get back to that. I will try. If anything goes down, I hope we get back to that. But are we there? No. Not even
No, and
close.
put your mask on.
Nick, where did I put that? I forgot.
Yeah.
Y'all are getting
Yeah.
too close to
Show
me.
me in the Constitution. Show me in the Constitution where it says a medical emergency suspends your rights.
I believe
Yeah,
the
your First
Revolutionary
Amendment, your
War
Second
was.
Amendment, your Fourth Amendment, your Fifth Amendment, all those are out the fucking window. COVID's here.
Yeah.
The Chinese virus is more important than every freedom. Fuck you.
Yeah, you notice
I mean,
how
look,
the thing that was during the Revolution? There was
You
a
notice how the-
pandemic during then. Sorry, go ahead.
Spanish flu.
Spanish flu.
you notice how the death rates are all down. Like there's no more car accident deaths. There's no more suicide deaths.
There was no
there's
mass
more
shootings for almost a year.
flu
Yeah,
is
I mean,
cured.
there's no deaths other than COVID. How convenient.
The flu
It's fun.
has been cured by COVID.
Exactly.
I mean, it's so sad. It's funny. You know what I mean?
So
Yeah.
to say, but this is where I get distressed sometimes when I hear people scream Constitution, Constitution, Constitution. I understand it's
That's all
something
they have, Neil.
but it's something we would like to have as our base document that we would really follow. But hasn't happened in a long time. And every day you
No.
see every infringement on firearm rights shows you how far down we've gotten from the Constitution.
Well, the redneck
Okay.
prepper says this is a constitutional republic. Well, it was. This is actually a
Oligarchy. It's an oligarchy.
well,
Okay, it's run by corporations.
we're a
And the fucking
corporation. Yeah,
bureaucracy.
we're a corporate. It's the corporate United States of America that has been proven in documents recently, right?
We're a corporate
Yeah.
oligarchy, right? So the bureaucracy, those in the elites in government and those in the elites in business, basically control the whole country and have sold it down to the Chinese since fucking Nixon. Okay, and let me tell you something.
It's a
For all you
big
fucking-
club,
for-
and we're
For
not
all
in
you
it.
loving Reaganites, you're gonna really hate me here. Are you ready? Fucking Reagan did it too. Reagan sold America to the fucking everybody else in the world with all those trade agreements and fucking sending equipment over to Japan and fucking China and
What-
fucking Vietnam, right? So how did all these economies become bigger than ours or better than ours or more stable than ours? Well, because we gave ours away to them.
Wasn't that after he got attempted assassinated?
Dude, he was on board when he was goddamn governor of China. That idiot trying to put a bullet in him didn't do shit. And the motherfucker missed, so fuck him too.
What was it with the revolver though, too, right?
Yeah, how many of these fucking assassins can't buy a decent weapon? God damn. A fucking
there's nothing
Kirkano? A fucking Kirkano? You know they're selling for $200 now, and they're
Wow.
shit guns now. They were shit guns then. How much were they selling in fucking 60? God damn. They had to be like $40 at best.
Hey man, socialists don't have a lot of money. They, for some reason, they never have any money of their own. Maybe that's why they want
Well,
to be
you know, the
socialist.
Italians only make certain guns well. It didn't seem like they made all of them well.
No.
I don't think we guns are going to get us out of this mess. There's just too many fucking things going on now. I mean, the grid could go down at any minute. Now they've literally come out and said, well, we've been compromised to the point where we're no longer in control of the grid nor the nuclear fucking sites. I mean, you know, come on, Merry Christmas, you know?
Dude,
Fuck.
once the Chinese are ready to move in, it's going to go dark for a month. and then they're going to come in as the great saviors. And guess what? Everybody's going to be sucking them rice sticks real quick.
Yay, we're gonna
Just
finally
remember-
bring jobs back to America. They're just
Remember, two
sweatshops.
fingers. Yeah. Well, because look, the Chinese middle class is doing way better than the American middle class.
Yeah.
And they need,
It's
you know
sad.
what? They need the same things that every nation like them need. They need to expand.
At least if the Chinese do come in,
Oh.
there'll be like
Yeah, maybe we'll get the ammo and AKs back. That's for sure. I'm pretty sure that's where he was going. He was talking to me. But we lost you, vet. Damn. You know what? Throw some of that goddamn Tennessee meth over to your squirrel over there so you can make your generator run faster.
There was an assault near our house at Camelback and 15th with a machete. It just came up on
Wow,
the news.
I hope the person they were assaulting had their gun.
Yeah, I hope so too.
To stay inside to stay safe. They have-
Stay inside to stay
a
safe.
lot of laying around.
This is
Oh,
when
fuck you.
usually if I hear the
You know-
Go Birds and I'm not on a chat, I strap up and I'm going, let's rock, let's do this shit. And the helicopter's like, go back into your home and it's where it's safe. Fuck you.
That just
I'd be bringing
it
out
just
my
goes to
lawn
show
chair and
you.
sparking up a joint. Didn't fucking Arizona go legal?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That
I
just
grabbed
goes
my
to show you
shoddy,
how-
put it right there on my lawn chair, my shoddy, and my joint on the front porch. Yeah, baby. Oh, where's you and your machete, bitch?
Yeah. Machete attacks are up 100% because ammo is too expensive.
Exactly. Well, shit, I can't take my shoddy
Oh
out
shit,
anymore.
that's not a bad idea.
Weed
I mean, I
might
got-
be legal, but my shoddy is probably not gonna be for very much longer.
I don't have. Look, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Firearms? What are those?
I don't know. It's
Right.
not even a firearm. Well, I guess it is technically.
Throwing stars.
Dude, I
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
love
yeah.
throwing stars, man. That was fun. I still got some Batman throwing stars. somewhere. Pieces of shit.
Right? Everybody's gonna be Batman. Fuck.
Yeah.
What a night. We're really heading towards that
It's
nightmare dystopia.
hmm
gallows humor is all we got left at this point, gentlemen.
Stefan, dealing with the evil is like Russian roulette. 6 balls into it. The redneck
Man, I
prepper, they don't have a gun because you guys let your state take your rights away. And Mountain Man says, I'm with you, mule.
I just bought like fucking 250 rounds of. I'm gonna be taking the grandkids out the next quasi warm day and start running that cricket with them, starting to teach them the basics. But I just bought a bunch of 22 short for that thing
Nice.
because that's really the only ammo you can find right now. There's not
Yeah.
even 22 long rifle out anywhere.
Yeah, I haven't even looked for ammo because I haven't been really shooting. I go out and do most of my shooting during the winter when I can go out to the desert and do it there. And I was planning on doing that with a friend that I haven't seen in a while, but he hasn't contacted me, and everything's going to shit right now. So I really,
Right? So you go out to the desert and go pew pew pew.
yeah. Well, I'm going to a gun show tomorrow, so hopefully I'll find something there that I want.
Oh, you didn't hear? That was canceled.
Was it in Arizona? Well, I guess we did cancel a few during the Rona.
No, but I will tell you what. Whatever you think you're going to pay for ammo, double it.
Yep. Well, I'm not necessarily going to pick up ammo. I'm going to pick up some aluminum paperweights or possibly some polymer paperweights.
Right. And maybe you need to pick up some fuel filters too.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
And let me tell you, as long as they're sent to somebody who doesn't own a firearm, it's usually pretty okay.
The redneck prepper says you sound like a New Yorker mule. Well, that's because he's
Born and raised.
Born and raised. There you go.
But I also was smart enough to bail when I was 18 and, done my best to stay the fuck out.
And see, that's the thing that confuses me about Trump is every New Yorker I know, they keep fighting. Regardless. I don't care
Right.
what their size is. That their mentality is they're fighters, right? And that's the thing I love about New Yorkers. But it seems to me after, 3.5 years of everybody stabbing him in the back and all this stuff being phony and false and really knowing who his friends are and who his friends aren't, he hasn't retaliated. He hasn't, sicked any of the agencies on anyone. He hasn't drained the swamp. Nobody's being investigated. Nobody's gone to jail. No, I mean,
well, he's tried to get everybody
doesn't make any sense.
investigated. Again, you're saying things that he's attempted most of that, and got blocked at every fucking turn. And who's saying he's not going to throw a hand grenade on the way out? He probably will. He's fucking Trump. And you're right. Most, but everybody after 3.5 years getting beaten down of being accused of so much so there was an impeachment hearing, right, of shit you didn't do, and that the people that are accusing you of actually did do. Dude, that wears on anybody. And then look at the Rona. Look at the response to the Rona. Whatever this fucking guy did at every turn, it was always the wrong thing, right? Remember, just 3 months ago when he was saying there was going to be a vac by Christmas, right? Everybody called him a fucking liar and said they wouldn't take it. You had a governor of a state saying, I'm not going to fucking take it. You had senators and fucking people going, I'm not going to take it. Why? Because Trump said it's going to fucking show up.
Well,
so it was never about the people. It was always about him. They knew he was going to expose, and they had to keep their exposure to the minimum, and they had to keep whatever he could do to a minimum, and they have.
That's one of the things that I don't understand about Trump is, he knows that this was a drill. Either it was one of two things. It was either a drill or a fucking bio attack.
It was a bio attack on the wall.
But when he was up there when Pompeo was up there and he said, Freudian slip, whatever, that it was an exercise, and Trump was right next to him, and you could hear him on the mic say, you should have told us. You should have told us. I mean, that kind of spilled the beans. And when Fauci came out and said, oh, it's nothing, but people, they can't remember what they had for breakfast yesterday. So what I'm saying is, either way, why did he go along with it? At some point, he had to know this is bullshit. I mean, common sense will tell you, look, okay, let's say it's real for just a second. It only affects old people with preconditions, right? Okay, so let's throw away the economy, lock everything down, and go completely fucking psycho. That makes no sense. All they would have had to do is fucking make sure that the elderly people or people with preconditions had what they needed. That's all they needed to do. We all know it's bullshit. If you don't know it's bullshit at this point, then I'm sorry.
Reb, okay, here's the thing. Everybody forgets what happened last week, right? All the shit that you're saying he tried to do, he was calling it from the beginning. And yet what went against him? Well, he can't get rid of the CDC guy to put his own guy in. Why? Because if he does that, everybody's going to say the CDC guy's a sycophant and nobody will believe him, right? And yet he wants to help the people who really need help. So you got to let the people that are against you stand. Same with the thing about the FBI, right? It's supposed to be apolitical. But it turns out it was so deeply political that no matter how many people he changed at the top, they were still part of the fucking original team.
So he should have came out and if he really thought it was the real deal, he should have came out and said, look, China released a bioweapon against us, and this is how I'm going to react to it.
Okay, he didn't drop news,
but no, he did
say all that, dude. And they mocked him. The media said everything he was a lie. We still get fact checks on everything you post about him, even when it's a joke. So they're all.
It was a lot. It was an exercise, just like every other false flag that went fucking live. That's all it was. He knew it, but he let them crash his economy and ruin his fucking his record. I mean, he was rocking and rolling. Everyone knows.
But you're acting like he had. All this does to me is show you how little control a president actually has. And why we call this an oligarchy and a corporate oligarchy, because the president has almost zero control. If he could have gotten all this shit done, it would be glorious. But even let's look at the stuff overseas. Every single one of
I
these.
think he might have been compromised with Epstein, dude. I think that's
Maybe.
what they got over him, and that's why he's going to scurry away quietly.
Maybe, but think about this for a minute, right? The only things that the only accomplishments, and they hide them under a light, right? That he hasn't done by executive order has been foreign involvements, right? The Middle East deals that he's doing. That Jared, whatever the fuck that dude's name is, his son-in-law is brokering, right? It's not the fucking State Department doing it. It's only fucking his family doing it, right? Now the State Department's going to take all the credit for it, and Obama tried to take some of the credit for it, saying we were laying the groundwork. Fuck you! You were sucking on Iran's dick, So you're sucking on some Ayatollah's dick while you were fucking doing it, because you've always kind of had the hots for those fucking Middle Eastern guys.
The Redneck Prepper says, first of all, dude, you don't have to yell. The bio attack, what the F, guys? It has a 99.8% recovery. Wait. The flu is worse, and most everything Trump is trying to appease the people. He know it. You know it.
Look, he's always, like somebody's mentioned earlier, he's a New York Democrat populist.
Yep.
Okay? And the most dangerous thing to him, reason why we ended up with a bump stock ban was because the people were manipulated again to call for it immediately. And that was something he could do. Right? So he could be easily manipulated by the people. Right? If the people scream loud enough, he's going to try and do it. Because he's a fucking populist.
Trump Jr. should have taken him aside and said, hey, listen, we need to be rolling back the gun fucking regulations. He should have told him, hey, look, this is a slippery slope. You give an inch, they take a mile. Don't give one fucking inch.
Every parent
news.
Every parent loves their kids, right? Every parent loves their kids. But there's plenty of kids that you don't listen to. I don't think Trump Jr. has that strong of an ear as much as his son-in-law does.
So apparently Nancy Pelosi got her inoculation with the cap still on the shot. So
that's how I want mine.
That's how I want my inoculation. Look at that. The cap is still on, so the needle doesn't get you. That's what
I'm saying. It's the most
deadly
virus known to mankind. Yeah. But yet they gotta lock you into it. They gotta pay you. They gotta give you some scratch to get it. Because we're all falling dead for it. We're all lying.
There was that one medical worker.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
It is. There was a medical worker, I believe in Texas. I covered this on the evening catch up. I don't know when, but I did. That got the shot, but there was nothing in the needle. But the guy pretended to push the plunger down and then took it out and said, "Okay, you're good."
Yeah.
What?
Hey, well, I got to let everybody know, and I won't be doing like real advertising on this, but I will be selling the cards, your vaccination ID. I will be selling vaccination ID. Right.
Nice.
Because how else? What are they going to do? Blood tests every time to prove you took a vaccine?
I always wanted a fake ID. I've never had one. This will be my first.
Well, and that's one of the funny things, right? How many Democrats are screaming you need fucking vaccination ID, but don't want you to have voter ID?
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Now put on your 10 because this is what I think. I think the goddamn test. Have you seen that invasive test?
I've done it twice.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I think that test is to get your DNA. I don't think it has anything to do with anything else other than to get your DNA.
Yeah. I doubt it, actually.
Because, Ancestry.com, couldn't get everybody.
Yeah, I never fell for that either, yeah.
Shit, I ain't gotten the COVID test yet either.
I think I'm more dangerous that I got it. Now that I got it, they got more to worry about than before I got that test, so fuck them. I mean, still not probably that worried, but
I haven't gotten COVID tested yet, so I don't plan on it. So,
well, I've had COVID twice, fucking this year. Or well, no, once last year and once this year.
Well, after
mean,
the
the flu.
Ebola and what was it? What was the other one? What was the one? The other fucking illness that was rolling around a couple of years ago, right? What was it?
simian disease.
Yeah, something, right? I caught the gorilla flu.
Yeah.
I caught the fucking Ebola. I caught all of them. So, if they ain't
That's
fighting
the-
each other,
that's the
if
funny
the fucking
thing.
Rona thinks it's going to beat my Ebola, fuck you.
It's fucking flu season. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
I got the
No,
flu twice
no.
since this whole bullshit came out.
Hey,
What the
Rev,
fuck?
the flu's cured. There has been 0 flu deaths in 2020.
Yeah.
I
I
know.
heard of any.
The flu's cured.
I got antibodies, man. You guys should share a beer with me or something. I don't know what to
Fuck
tell
yeah,
you.
man.
Hey,
I've been trying to get you to come over to Texas this March. I think it's March that we're doing it. When are you wanting to go, Mule?
whenever you guys figure that shit out, I'm catching a ride with Pre-Dawn, so we're good.
I
I
think
already
March
made
then.
arrangements.
We're going in
Wow.
March.
We're all going to Texas to scout out a compound.
Yeah.
Say
Mule,
fuck this.
our Reb, I'll pick your ass up if you want. Shit.
I think I'll already be in full blown war by then.
By March?
Before then, I would imagine
Well,
things will start
Then I'll
popping off
already
here
be in
within a week.
Texas.
Yeah, we might already be in Texas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well-
might meet up earlier.
You know,
So,
remember not 8 lines with your firearms, guys.
All right.
yeah, okay. I guess I forgot that when I went and visited fucking Nashville.
Yeah, it's so fucking fucked up. It's like
I'll
the
tell you,
Twilight
I
Zone.
guess
Yeah,
I forgot to conceal carry a double stack 45 as I was going in and out and tasting barbecue in Nashville.
Dude, I went to
you go.
Disneyland on the happiest place, or what was it, the little teacup ride? I wasn't messing around. Didn't get caught though, so fuck them.
See, the only thing I'd have to make sure my holster had good retention if I was going to go on some rides like that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Shit, my
You don't
fat was
want
my
your fucking
retention.
gun flying out and doing like that fucking FBI agents did and go capping somebody.
Right on
Especially
the-
you assholes that carry striker fires.
Yeah, right on the little teacup ride. All of a sudden it pops out. Whoops, sorry, Johnny. That's just the replica. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, it falls out and goes bang. What was that? Oh, it was a Glock. Don't worry about
It's a
it.
movie prop. We're in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Just a flesh wound.
Did you guys hear that Grandmaster Jay is now facing 20 years for pointing a weapon at an officer? That's the leader of the not fucking around anymore clan.
Now,
The black
I don't believe
militia.
that shit.
did
he's
you
a
hear the
fed.
story behind it?
Nah.
Okay, so dude was at one of those rallies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a weapons light on his fucking AR.
Right, yeah.
Well, some cops are across the way in a fucking like different parking garage and checking them out to make sure they're not getting crazy. And so he pointed the flashlight to see who it was.
Yeah.
The only
Problem is,
problem, dickhead, is that
it's
it's
on
on
the
the
rifle.
fucking, it's right next to your muzzle.
that's why you gotta
Yeah.
have another. You have to have 2 flashlights. That's not for seeing far away.
Yeah.
That
Well,
fucking
don't
guy
He's
worry,
an
knows
Army
the first
Special
thing about
Forces
firearms.
fucking.
This is my shorty XR15. That guy is a walking meme. I love
He's a
him.
Special Operations Army veteran. Damn it!
If I could, if it wasn't considered
No, he's a
racist, I would
special
paint
educa-
myself.
Yeah, don't go there. Okay, don't go there, Sting. But he's not. Yeah, see, you keep saying special operations. I'm pretty sure it's special education.
Special. Bless you.
Well, yeah, he kept
Yeah.
saying that
Oh God
shit,
damn
and then
it!
I
You
thought,
just gave me the wrong.
why did your fucking own people shoot 3 of him?
Right. Mountain Man says it.
You didn't
Isn't
train your people very well because 3 of them got shot by your own.
No. Guns go off by themselves all the time. Mountain Man says, "Isn't it odd since the Rona
The
started?"
guy had
we
a
haven't
loaded
had-
shotgun.
Yeah.
That's whenever I was texting you. I was there. and the guy fucking had a round in a shotgun, dropped the shotgun, and it went off because you can't keep a fucking round in a shotgun because they're not spring-captured fucking firing pins. And it fucking busted and shot 3 of his own fucking people.
They need better equipment, apparently.
No,
Fucking
let's
idiot.
be honest though. It's simple training, right? Because first of all, you're
Training.
going to a fucking protest, right? If you go to a protest, your weapon is not there to actually be loaded and to shoot motherfuckers. It's there as a symbol.
Yep. What's
Right?
up,
So
OMG?
why the fuck did any of those people be carrying fucking ammunition?
I always put ammunition in mine when I go to a protest or a demonstration. What are you talking about? But I also
Okay.
keep my finger off the damn trigger.
Cap condition 1 ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Not in a right. You don't carry
Keep
condition
one
1
in
with a
the
fucking
chamber.
shotgun.
Use your safety.
Look, I ain't going into a giant group of fucking
That will work
civilians.
on a shotgun.
I'm condition 0, okay? My shit's unloaded. The magazine, I'm rocking like I'm Israeli, right? To where I'm ready to rock, I got loaded mags on me, but shit ain't in it.
Interesting. I don't know if I've ever
Because
heard
fucking
that.
accidents do happen in large crowds. Large crowds of people are fucking stupid, and they're easily manipulated.
True.
So you don't walk around with fucking loaded weapons in a large crowd of people unless you're in the military, trained and walking in formation. And even they don't let you do that shit most of the time. 99% of the time you're fucking walking around with your weapon, that motherfucker's empty in
Only
the
when
military.
you're
So
on
what the
patrol.
fuck are you doing? Yeah. So what the fuck are you doing walking around protesting or showing your allegiance to something with fucking loaded weapons? That's asinine.
Call me asinine then. I never
just saying, man.
unload my weapon. An unloaded weapon.
I mean, I'll carry
Use a
my
paperweight.
sidearm. I'll carry my sidearm.
Yeah.
I'll carry the sidearm
That's always ready
chamber.
to go.
chamber, but not on
Yeah.
a rifle.
Yeah, exactly. My sidearm's different.
But if you're carrying a
But that's
rifle,
fucking-
you got to be. You just got maggot rock that bitch.
Yeah. And the Israelis even make a certain. It's weird. It's this little fucking thing for ARs, right? It's like it makes the magazine look like an L, right? So it feeds into the front part feeds in to the magazine well, and you have to unload it, and then you flip it and insert the magazine, and you have a loaded magazine on your weapon all the time.
Israelis
So-
use ARs? What?
Fuck, we gave them. Why do you think they stopped making Galeals? Because we gave them so many ARs. Shit. The only reason why they made the fucking divorce is because they stopped wanting to be dependent upon the United States.
OMG, LOL, WTF is here. Welcome, OMG. Thanks for showing up. We also have FTRA 1987, Big Dummy Grandmaster J.
What, you gotta go out again? It's fucking cold out, you
I
dumb dog.
remember what a debacle
Yeah.
for FBI. I don't know.
Why am I not a moderator in here?
You're not a moderator. Well, let me fix that, little girl. If I can find you the last chat.
Do you,
It's funny, I have the keys to the dragon, but I'm not a moderator.
Yeah, you have the keys, but you're not a moderator. There you go.
Thank you.
Well, shit. I might as well catch up on the chat. Well, what are you going to say there?
Battle Bean.
Battle Bean?
Battle Bean.
What's up, Battle Bean? Isn't it odd since the Rona
Adam's in
started-
here?
Yeah, Battle Bean's in here. Isn't it odd since the Rona started, we haven't had any school shootings or any botched terrorist attacks? It is odd.
Yeah.
it's not Christmas yet.
That's true. What do you want for Christmas, Four Drums?
Oh God,
I want to.
I got everything I need, man. I just want.
Freedom! That's what we want for Christmas.
All right, yeah.
Oh, I got. freedom.
Anyway, hey Mario, I heard Battle Bean's in here.
I want an M240 Gulp, 249 or M240 Saw.
Ooh.
What's up? What's up, Mario? Hey, mad respect on your retirement, dude. Glad you made it to the end.
Yeah, congrats on that.
I hope everything's going well with the transition.
Somebody getting surgery?
No. Mario Battle Bean just retired from the army. He did a full stint, like 25 years or something.
Oh, I can just imagine how he's feeling.
Right, but he just retired, so you know that. I mean, if anybody knows, they know the kind of bullshit that he's dealing with. But mad respect, man. I miss talking to you. If Stinger decides to keep this thing rolling,
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll see you on here again.
Hey,
I've been seeing you on Scotsman stuff. So good
we
at
still
it.
we still have spots. If you have his, I don't have his personal information, but if you want to share a link
Oh.
with him, you can.
Buddy, I am not doing. My batteries are running out. Not on my phone, but in my body.
Mhm.
I've been up running around with fucking, let's see, a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 7-year-old since 7 a.m.
Well, Tactical Tony responded to my text saying okay, so I don't know if that means he's coming in or if he's not coming in.
Well, there's room for 6, so if,
Yeah.
somebody wants to come in and I'm going to bail, there'll be room for more.
Yeah.
There's still 2 spots though.
Yeah, we could have Battle Bean, which I don't think I've had the pleasure to meet. I would like to know if you've been in the army for 20-something years, how has it changed from day one to today? You know what I mean?
Dude, I bet he could tell some serious stories.
Ooh. Right? OMG is
And
good to go. Sorry, go ahead.
He's a real good dude too, so it'd be really nice to have. He's been on the Dragon before, I think, back in the day. Shit, man, we had so many people that would come and go.
Yeah, my memory is as bad as it is, so I can't really.
Well, here, let me help my memory. I'll smoke some more fucking weed.
Yeah, I probably should do that myself. I'll be able to legally soon.
Oh, dude, I gotta tell you, this year's been 2020 has sucked some big dick, but the fact that Illinois went legal in 2020, it's been pretty cool. Okay, I smoke
Right.
everywhere now, everywhere. I mean, I fucking smoked with a goddamn gun on my hip and in front of a cop and just blew fucking smoke his way.
Well, I mean, we've
And
had
all he
medical
did was look over
marijuana.
at me.
We've had medical marijuana here for a while, and I was just like, no, I'm not going to get on a registry because
No.
then they're going to know if I go buy a gun and I fill out that damn form, which I'm not doing really that much lately. If I were to do that though, then I would be lying under perjury about that. You know what I mean?
You want to hear
By
something
legalizing
amazing?
it, they took all the fun out of it for me.
You want to hear something
It's
amazing?
just like,
though?
Harleys. Back in the day, there was only a select few that rode them. Now every Tom, Dick, and Harry rides them. Took all the
Yeah.
fun out of it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I want an
That's
Indian.
totally true.
I'll take an Indian. Or
But
a
it's like,
custom.
and you know what? I look at tattoos the same way. How many fucking
Yep,
baristas do you
just gonna
see
say
with
that.
with viciously cool fucking sleeves?
Who does it themselves with a needle and printer ink when they're 18?
Well, that's a little different, Sting. I'm talking about them fucking people.
Juvenile
that spend-
delinquents.
Yeah, but pretty much.
Yeah, I'm talking about if, when I was growing up, if you saw somebody with like a full sleeve or something on them, it would be that's a hard ass motherfucker. I was talking to somebody about it today, right? That's some biker, some sailor, some hard ass motherfucker who ain't gonna put up with your shit, right? Now what do we got? You got fucking baristas, right, working your fucking Starbucks with full sleeves and little stars where a teardrop would be that a killer used to put on, right?
Yeah, but they didn't
And these
spend $6
motherfuckers are trying
grand.
to look hard as fucking hell. Yet you go, somebody like me walks up to them and goes, boo, and they're calling their manager and they're triggered.
Yeah, but they didn't spend $6 grand on getting a sleeve done. They just banged a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
No, mommy and daddy spent the $6 grand, buddy, and they just blew the guy. That's all. They didn't bang him.
There you go. Who that?
This is OMG LOL WTF. He's a truck driver.
Right on.
Yeah, he
And
comes
just
in my
let
chats a
people
lot.
know if you're offended by cussing and stuff like that, don't blame Stinger.
I cuss sometimes too, damn it.
Yeah, well, fuck, man. I'll tell you what. I think there was at least one dragon that I will say at least 85% of my words were nothing but fuck. So I set a precedent. And then Stinger set a precedent by saying the N-word a couple of hundred times. But
Yeah. We won't talk about that anymore.
And that was on a free speech thing. He was not being racist.
I was just standing up for racism. Okay, somebody's got to
he was
stand
standing
up for
free
him.
speech. So, hey, they're fucking people too.
Yeah, I know, right? Battle Bean, this is the wrong cat for frying ears? Or chat. Okay, hold on. He meant chat, not cat. This is the wrong chat for firing ears.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question for everybody, and I don't think I remember ever seeing one. But did we ever end up getting the fucking live pop on air, other than ones that were meant to happen?
Live pop? Oh. You're talking about like going outside and popping a couple off?
Right. Well, a couple of people did that live on air on the Dragon a few times, right?
Yeah.
But then we also used to get kind of hammered and kind of, fucked up, and everybody would be waving guns around. I'm trying to remember if we ever had a live negligence.
A negligent discharge? No, we did not.
No. I've only had one in my life, and I don't like. Oh, that was a horrible experience. I'm glad we don't have one on camera. That would be horrible.
I don't know. I kind of remember. I kind of think. What was that dude? The alien. I remember one time there was that. Remember that dude, the alienated American or whatever the fuck that guy's name was?
Mm-hmm.
I had.
But no, that's what I'm saying. There were ones done purposely, but I'm pretty sure that guy one time when he was running his mouth and everybody was climbing on him, he was waving around a gun and then he all of a sudden disappeared. And I thought I heard a bang just before. But
no, well, I was on a chat. I think when mine did. Oh, I was on a chat with Kansas. Or no, was it you? I know Kansas too, or if maybe it was both of y'all. When I had mine, and nobody heard it because the microphone just said, "Nope, not gonna put that through. That's too loud." So it just muted.
At least you admit it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you were on a chat.
Yeah, but not a live one. Not a live one though. Riddle Girl wants to say one thing though.
Do you guys remember Zed Collins? I was just looking through my chats and from back in the day, and Zed Collins, his name was Eddie Collins. He actually went nutso at a hotel and
I know the Eddie Collins story.
Actually, it was more like death by cops, I guess. Yeah. So I actually was reading some of my messages from him in my chat, my Google Hangouts, and I was like, "What's been going on, bro? We were kind of worried we were going to see you on the news." And that was literally a month before he did all that. It just freaked me out. I was like, "Okay, I've got to mention it."
Well, that was if you're going to mention Eddie. Right? No, that's a different one. That's Justin Woolley. Remember Justin
Whatever
Woolley?
happened to that guy?
He killed his mom, dude. He dusted off. He killed his mom. Went to their storage unit. Killed some dude driving a nicer car, and then when it came down to the shootout with the cops, he pushed out.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that dude turned out to be a fucking nightmare. But we all knew he was fucking psycho.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, speaking of psycho, where the hell is Tony?
He's not psycho enough to come in here.
You know it's bad when all of a sudden you're like, yeah, Tony was right all those years. And then now Tony's all chill, and I'm more like Tony than Tony was back in the day. I'm like, something not right with this year, man.
Because he figured it out.
Yep.
And you're still sitting here. Yeah. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess so. What's up,
boy? He did the smart thing. He moved to the middle of nowhere, found a place where if everything goes to shit, he'll still be him and his family will still be fine.
That's what I'm looking at doing, yeah.
So you got to give mad respect to Tony. Everybody else talked all this shit.
Yeah.
Tony actually did
it. He did it for sure. Definitely mad respect for him, man. He's living my dream.
That's
for
the
sure.
dude that he walked the walk and talked the talk, man.
And now, if you actually pay attention to his shit, when he doesn't get political, it's all family and fishing and, you know, hunting season. Dude, from at least the appearance, he's doing real well and happy. And he is
Good.
living the dream.
I'm from Poison Stinger. And
Go ahead, OMG.
what's up?
How you doing? You driving?
Yeah, man.
Don't
Working for a living.
Don't catch anything on fire now.
I'm only catching one thing on fire. In a series of small fires, I lost everything.
Battle Bean said that this chat is not for virgin ears. He couldn't type that, apparently. As soon as Tony moved to Arkansas, that boy had a smile and as happy as hell. Hell yeah,
Yep.
Battle Bean. What happened to the live chat testing out on the new mic, says Redneck to Battle Bean. And the reason I'm up here in Maine, says Gerald B. Races Fan Rocks S4. The only thing I hate about Alabama is that we all might be the last state to legalize weed.
Texas.
Hey, Bean. Hey, Battle Bean. Just let you know, you need to move your ass somewhere like that too, buddy. Following Tony's
Texas would be the
footsteps.
last state to legalize pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Most of us have been doing it.
Idaho and Texas would probably be the last two that do it.
Well, okay, here's my thing, right? So I don't mind moving to any of those places if shit goes crazy because you know what? I've been smoking weed my whole life. And most people who do smoke weed have been, especially when it was illegal. We know where to get it. You can get it in every city in America. So it's not going to change anybody. And the funny part is, like, my state went legal because it really wanted the tax revenue. So what it did was now the prices are all double street prices, right? And nobody buys in these dispensaries. They're still buying off their dealers because it's half price of what you would get legally. So I don't think Texas and any of these places that they ain't going to be legal, you'll still be able to smoke weed. You're still going to have to lie on a 4473. So don't worry about
that
it.
won't be documented of getting a medical card, though.
Yeah.
I don't
Don't ever
mind
do that.
lying. I don't like lying. I don't mind lying about it. I just don't want to have written proof that I have applied and received a medical card, and now I don't ever use the medical card. I just got it for the fun.
When you go in a dispensary in a recreational legal state, they scan your license, your driver's license, and it's in a database.
Well, then I'm
So,
screwed.
Even if you're buying it recreationally legally, if somebody wants to know that you're doing that, they could find out.
Yeah, so what I do is I send in my felon friends to buy for me if I ever have to do it that way. Because they're already fucked. They ain't getting a gun.
That's one way to do it.
And that's the funny thing. If you know people, you don't have to worry about it. But I'll tell you what, I don't want to be on any more lists because I'm already on enough. So that's one of the reasons why I ain't adding my name to it. I'm not fucking registering nothing because I ain't adding my name to shit. If you already have my name, you got it. I'm not giving it to you anymore. I'm over that. So, as far as compliance with anything these days, as I said, I am not complying with shit. I barely stop at. The only reason why I stop at stoplights is because there's a car in front of me at this point.
Well, yeah, you don't want to hurt somebody. And that's the whole idea of freedom. You do whatever the fuck you want as long as you're not affecting anybody else's freedom.
Oh, the social contract's over. Null and void.
Yeah.
All life splatter. Try to get in my way. I fucking dare you.
Red, don't give no fucks no more.
Nope. What we had, what everybody's fought and died for, what our founding fathers put in place, it's all out the fucking window. We are living in a new era, and if we don't do something about it, Trump isn't going to save us. Nobody's going to save us.
There's
It's
no
up to
one
you
man.
and I.
Yeah, there's no one man that's gonna save this shit.
You know, it's just like the mask fucking fiasco. Everyone's putting on a mask, and I ran into somebody I know and respect, and wearing a fucking mask. And then I look around, I realize I'm the only person in this place that doesn't have a mask. And I say to him, dude, you realize your compliance is part of the problem. If we all just said no, they couldn't do anything about it. Now, if you really think that a little paper filter protects you from something, then you have mental problems, and that's fine. I'm not picking on you. But for the rest of us that have a half a fucking brain and remember biology in school, we realize that this is ridiculous.
Get this. I was watching a Colin Noir video today on my chat, and at the end, he's pimping his merch, right? And one of his merch items is a mask with a gun on it that says, "Shall not comply." On the mask that he's putting on his face and wanting me to put on my face to say, "Shall not comply." I'm like, are you kidding me? I like Colin Noir and all that. Ooh, Tony's in the house. Hold on, he's got to connect his shit. He's connecting it.
Hello.
Hopefully he can figure that out.
Yeah, it's unreal. If everybody that thought it was bullshit just said no, I refuse, it would be over in a heartbeat.
Right.
You know? But instead they want to capitulate, and then they want to wonder why things are so fucked up. It's all the compliance, it's all the capitulating, it's all, I don't want to make any trouble. No, that's exactly what you need to do.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care if you're the only person in the place.
We had that one guy standing up in the, what was it, the Sam's Club or something like that. Maybe it was a Home Depot. He was standing up in one of the aisles with a bullhorn saying, "Take your mask off. It's fake." I mean, obviously it's not fake. You should put your mask on and keep them on all the time, YouTube. I would never ask anybody not to wear a mask. You should comply.
Yep, I'm pretty sure I'm getting that email.
Yeah. Well, it was fun while it lasted. I've gotten it a couple
just
times.
for anybody who jumps in, just to know, this may be a one-shot deal for at least a month, because we might get blocked again because we stepped on our dicks again.
Oh, it's only a week now.
Oh, okay, good. Then a week. But if you think we're worried about stepping on our dicks, you have never been in the Dragon before, and you need to go look at our path.
Yeah.
And if Tony comes in, my favorite Mexican
comments and links.
I can tell y'all about that.
Yeah, I'm hoping Tony
so
gets
if Tony
back here.
comes in, my favorite Mexican, my favorite Mexican Scandinavian.
The host.
I vape, and I've gathered many different types of masks to see if I could vape to it. Vape is particles of water.
Yeah.
The particles of water is bigger than the coronavirus. The coronavirus is microscopic. Way tiny. If the vape particles will go through the mask in and back out, then it ain't stopping coronavirus.
Nope.
Well, I don't know how big smoke is, right? Not vape. It's regular tobacco or cannabis smoke, right?
It's all particles.
But I smoke through the masks,
Yep.
and I don't care. So, if I wear a mask, I don't wear a mask. The only time I wear a mask is when I got to go into a public building. If it says federal courthouse, which I try and stay out of that, or county courthouse, or DMV.
You can taste the fart with the mask on. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, Irish with the farts,
What was
man.
He did a test at Walmart recently. Tell Rebel about your test, Irish.
I never wore a mask. I would never all this stuff until recently. I never wore a mask. I started thinking about it and I prayed on it, and I started thinking, what would Jesus do if he was alive right now to a normal person? would he wear a mask, or would he be like, I'm not wearing a mask? Well, you know, and I think that Jesus, he wouldn't wear a mask because he was afraid of the COVID, or that he was.
I was at a big box store today, and
worked. He would wear it.
Hold up.
He wouldn't offend the other people
And
that get offended when you're not wearing.
so I was at
Okay, I think you're good to go, Irish. Yeah.
I can fart in
Fart store. So Irish is at a Walmart today. He farted.
I said, well, that obviously means your mask.
So Irish ate a
Did
whole
I
bunch
sound
of
like this all the time? Hey, I got a serious question, Stinger, for you and Rev.
Yeah.
Did I sound like this quite a bit, like OMG does and Irish did back in the day?
I don't know exactly what you're referencing on that one, but
The cutting in and out when you're trying to make a solid point or a statement.
it depends on your internet connection. Irish's internet connection is shit, so it's worse.
Well, come on, how many times did I run the Dragon with shit internet connection?
Yeah. So to tell Irish's story, he ate a lot of eggs and his fart smelled really, really bad. So he farted at a Walmart and people got all butthurt that they could smell his gas. And he's like, well, I guess those masks don't protect. I mean, the masks totally protect you from the virus, but not from my silent but deadly.
So, of course.
Let's see. FTRA says compliance is slavery. Mountain Man says I still watch those running and gunning videos Tony uploaded. Nice. Racist says the reason I say that is if height caught with a great dude, you go in jail for you. I couldn't read that one. Gerald B, just I think a year ago, most of us walked into a store or bank with a mask on, you would have gotten shot. Or at least told to leave. The population must be criminalized, big business, and right on at Gerald. Yeah, I've had a great time going into my local bank with mask on, fully strapped up, and just thinking, wow, I could really get away with something here. Maybe, probably not, because they have the license plate readers out in the parking lot now, so you gotta come in a different vehicle.
Hey, what's that feedback, man?
Yeah, Sting, you got some feedback, brother.
Somebody's watching the chat.
Strapped up, but this thing
it's not OMG. Yeah, I don't know who it is. Is it me?
You know what's funny, Sting? Is I've had masks in my bug out gear, right? For all the right reasons, like having to rob a joint or something. You know? And that is one of the fun times I've had is wearing a mask going strapped to the bank and the post office and whatnot. Because I always planned on robbing those if I had to. You know, and now I get to walk in and get change or stamps.
Nice.
With a mask on, strapped, sometimes double strapped just to be a dick, you know?
So I'm at a gun shop. I'm the only one in there without a mask. They don't say nothing to me. That's fine. But the guy behind the counter says, man, I really wish this mask bullshit would be over. Every day I come to work and I think I'm going to get robbed. And then, you know, maybe he was talking to me, you know, that, you know, I kind of look that way. But I said, dude, you're the last place is going to get robbed. Nobody's going to come in here and rob a gun counter. Trust me.
Yeah, well, sorry, Red. There are some fucking really stupid people around. There are people that'll try.
Right.
I've seen the videos, right? Them going to rob fucking gun stores and getting capped. So.
Well, I've seen them try to rob fucking pawn shops that sell guns. That's not very smart.
Yeah.
Even the ones that don't sell guns usually have one behind the counter.
Yeah.
I mean,
I assume everybody's got a gun. So I treat everybody the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I've become a lot politer by carrying a gun every day.
Yeah.
So
carry a gun every day. I even sleep with a gun by my head.
Yeah, me too. And I don't even drive truck anymore.
How is it? I mean, you obviously breaking the law every time you go through a state that doesn't allow you to do that.
Well, there's a law that covers truck drivers. If you're traveling through the state, you can, and you have the state that you traveled from, you have a permit, a concealed carry permit. Even if the state doesn't recognize your permit, there's a federal law. I'm not a lawyer. Don't take it as legal advice. I do believe there's a law that allows you to go through the state as long as you're just traveling through, and you don't have to like lock your gun up or whatever. You can just, as long as you're just traveling through.
Even California?
I don't know about California. See, I'm not just traveling through California. I'm going there, going to a place of business. You know, I'm going to get food there, and then I'm going over here getting my load. So when I go to California, I have to take my gun and unload it, and I put it in a lockbox. As long as it's unloaded and there's no loaded magazine in it, then the gun's considered unloaded. You can store the ammo in the same box as the gun,
Right.
but it has to be locked, and it cannot. The gun has to be unloaded. You can't have one in the chamber. You cannot have a loaded magazine in the magazine well of the gun.
Well, I'm glad the criminals have to go through all that. Too.
You cannot have a loaded magazine in the well or around in the chamber.
I'll tell you
I
what.
locked it up to get to California, so I'm defenseless. If somebody tries to, accost me, I gotta unlock the case, load the gun.
Yeah, get yourself a machete. That's what we had just today. Is a machete. My word.
Get yourself a flare gun.
Oh, those work great too.
They don't care about the law. Their gun's already loaded.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. Let me ask you this: you got a concealed carry permit, right? So they'll be able to, let's say Ohio Patrol, no matter what state you're in, they'll be able to pull up your info and know that you got a concealed carry, right?
If I get pulled over my personal vehicle, they know I have one.
Oh, but in the truck, it's a company truck, right? So they won't know.
So
but as soon as they
told them, and even if it's
even
if it's not required by state law that I tell the cop that I'm armed, I'm still going to be courteous and tell the cop that I'm armed, because if you don't tell the cop you're armed and he finds out that you are, it's going to be a big deal to him.
Right. I get it.
Most cops don't even care that you're armed. They just say don't put your hand anywhere near the gun.
Right. That makes sense. I was just wondering if they approach you and then they ask for your license, registration, and whatnot, and they run it. If it comes up that you got a concealed permit,
they run my license. It does, but I have my concealed. My state requires me to have my ID and my license together, and I have to present it to any cop. Like in my state, if you are interacting with a cop, you have to disclose that you're armed.
Yeah, a lot of states are like that.
What's up, Tony?
What up?
Yes! I knew it was Tony with the 702.
I recognize that voice.
My internet is garbage, dude. I'm lucky I could even fucking run a chat.
Hey, man, just do your voice without your video if you have to, man. It's good to see your voice, if nothing else.
And hey, Tony, you weren't running it that good. Holy shit, did we just lose Rebel?
Yeah. Hopefully he'll come back. Yep, there he is. Hold on.
You were in and out quite a bit, Tone, on your chat too, buddy.
Yeah.
The only state that I travel through that I have a problem. I could have a problem in Illinois and Indiana. All the rest of it recognize in California, all the rest of the states I go through recognize my permit.
That's good. Yeah, I wasn't carrying.
They want to take everybody's concealed carry permits away.
Well, the biggest bitch about even driving in California is they can pull you over for a fucking dirty truck when you're driving commercial. So, and if you're out of state, you're more than likely going to get pulled over for a dirty truck if it is dirty.
I've had guys tell me that they were guys that got pulled over in a truck and they had a gun, and the cop was like, "You're not allowed to have a gun in a commercial vehicle." That's not true. There's no federal law or state law that prohibits you from having a gun in a commercial vehicle. That's not true at all.
Oh, I know.
Somebody told me that a California way station found a gun in a truck, and they took the gun. They didn't charge the driver with any crime, but they confiscated the guy's gun. I was like, well, if it wasn't locked up in a lockbox for California law, they did him a favor by just taking it and not charging him with a crime. For one, for two, if he had it in a lockbox, he's following the law. Why would he not? Why would they take your gun?
Well, okay, but they will anyway, right? They will take your gun. Look at what happened a few years ago. There was a big stink done in New York, right? Because somebody was just passing through JFK, and they had a firearm, and New York confiscated it and arrested them because they were on New York.
In New York for having a magazine, unloaded magazine in their luggage.
So
I don't go to New York though. I don't know.
But OMG, this is why
that I go to is California.
But this is the OMG. This is why I try and tell people, include people in the fact that, you know what, the Constitution don't mean shit, because what these states are doing is unconstitutional and nobody stops them. So how does anybody expect? They don't have to follow the Constitution, so why would they? The Constitution does nothing but put restrictions on them, on things they can't do to the citizens, and they're not following that anymore. And if you think they're going to, well, we're going to have to fight another war to make them.
Right.
Y'all hear why they rejected the Texas case on the election? Justice Roberts was afraid that of the riots that would happen if they took the case, because he knew that there was merit and that Texas would have won the lawsuit. They rejected the case because they were afraid of the riots that would happen if they overturned the election. They let the mob rule.
They might be needing to be worried about the revolution that might be happening since they didn't take up the case. I guess they're betting on the one they think is more likely, though.
If Biden tries to take everybody's ARs away, I think that some people might stand up.
I think the pistol braces.
I've always thought about Civil War though. How would we know who to shoot at? Everybody's dressed in normal clothes.
Yeah.
Nobody, I mean, unless you're shooting at police in a uniform or a military.
It's real easy. They're wearing a mask. Shoot them.
Yeah, you can't just do that though.
There's a lot of people that are supposedly thinking they're on our side to believe it.
On Saturday night, and then we talk about shooting people because they're wearing a mask. I hope I'm not being a party pooper, but that is true.
No, I think you're fine.
I agree that we have the Second Amendment to fight against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and our government can be an enemy. They can be tyrannical, but just because somebody doesn't think like you doesn't mean that they deserve to get shot. You know, unless they're shooting at you, you'd have a right to defend yourself.
Well, no matter what side you were on for the Civil War, the first one, right, North or South, there were people who were shooting people without being shot at many a time. But those people are considered patriots, whichever side that was. I'm sure there are some people who would say that was a brave thing that they did. And the same thing goes with any war, right? There's always some times where you shoot at somebody who's not yet shooting at you. So,
hey, Sting.
Yeah.
Just a slight correction real quick.
Sure.
The war between the states, the North and South, was the second Civil War in America. The first one was against the British. If we'd have lost that, that's all it would have been, was a Civil War, not a revolution. And if the South would have won, it would have been a revolution, not a Civil War.
Probably, yeah.
So the third one that's coming up, we have no idea what it's going to turn out to be.
Right.
But either way, we've done 2 already.
It's going to be a revolutionary war.
Yep. Well, I know what theme song to play
People
now.
in the South, they were wearing uniforms. They knew who to shoot at. They skirmished on battlefields. Our own right now today, our military has a hard time over in the Middle East because everybody's wearing the same thing. Even the guy shooting at you is wearing the same as the same outfit the guy that is going to school was wearing.
Yep.
Yeah, but you're missing. They have rules of engagement. We don't.
Exactly. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad no matter what. There's not. I don't know.
If just a few percentage of American citizens stood up, a war between the citizens and the government will be over before it started. If they ever use weapons of mass destruction against their own citizens, the rest of the world would come after them for doing that. So they can't do that, and they can't. Half of the military would defect if they were ordered to fire against their own neighbors and brothers and sisters.
Right.
You know, so there wouldn't be a war between the government and the people. People stood up and let their, as a force. There's nothing that the government could do, and they know that's why they want to take our guns away.
Mountain Man in the chat says, details matter, kids. Remember, in doing anything, be thorough. We have a constitutional carry in Arkansas. That's cool. Biker Bob, that is crazy. We wear masks. Facial recognition won't work as well. So maybe Biker Bob is cool with wearing the mask just for the facial recognition part. Stefan says, the killed the big cities, and the states start secession, then you got civil war. Facial recognition only needs eyes and eyebrows now, says Riddle Girl, and actually sent a link to an article that facial recognition can still figure out who you are by just your eyes and your eyebrows.
They can actually figure out who you are by your walk.
By the way you walk? Damn. Well, I don't waddle anymore, so my walk has changed, which I'm pretty happy about.
I've got a scenario that I think about. I think about a lot of active shooter scenarios in my head. Let's say you're in Walmart and you're concealed carrying, and somebody comes in and starts shooting the place up, and you run up there and you pop them, okay? And you're standing there over top of them with blood, and a guy laying on the ground dead, and you standing there with a gun, or whatever, holding a gunpoint or whatever you're doing, and then 3 or 4 other concealed carry permit holders come running up after you've shot the guy. Are they going to shoot you thinking that you're the shooter?
No.
Yep.
I hope not.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened in Vegas.
Communication,
you're
sir.
Not
communication.
A hero.
Tell them. You gotta tell them you took out the threat.
You're not being. Yeah, no, don't do that. You're only responsible for you and yourself. If it's a situation, if you pull out a gun next to me, I'm going to think you're with the bad guy. That's a really bad scenario. Don't be a hero. Let the authorities, unless it's a situation where you're directly and your family, friends, you're directly in the line of fire, and if you don't react, you're going to get hit. Then that's a different story. But if you try to be a hero, look at what happened in Vegas. Good intentions, bad things.
There's a lot of people that carry a gun that, and I hate to say this, but it's true. Some people are waiting for that day they get to use it, and they think that it's a great thing. They're going to be so cool. I hate to tell them. It's the last thing you ever want to do in your life is have to use your gun in self-defense.
I'll just say this to add to OMG. Killing another human being sucks, even when they deserve it.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I said killing another human being
Unless they're a
sucks,
pedophile.
even when they deserve it.
Yeah, I mean,
Even then, dude, it's not. Look, any human being, you're gonna feel like shit, even when they fucking deserve it. And I'm telling you from life experience, and I won't add to that. But
you may have to prove to a jury that you didn't have any other choice but to shoot them, or they were going to kill you. If you have a gun-ho prosecutor, and you can't afford a very good lawyer, you might end up in prison for murder.
Join the USCCA today, folks. Not
I'm a member.
I still haven't done it. I need to do it.
well, you're right there. But look at the McCluskeys, right? That's the exact thing with them. They did shit they were legally allowed to do in St. Louis, but the prosecutors still went after them no matter what.
Rittenhouse. I mean, I know I'm not probably. Am I going to get your video banned for saying that? I mean, a certain guy.
One way or another.
It's obviously self-defense. Obviously, it's on video. You can see with your eyes. It's self-defense. But you got prosecutors that are gun-ho. They're going to try to make an example of a political hit.
Yeah, and OMG, if you got something to say, don't worry about videos on the Dragon getting banned. Because this is the one place where, you know what, free speech really can still be alive. As long as I'm the one that owns the fucking...
I don't know if y'all wanted a child's voice on your video.
Well, as long as I'm the one that owns the fucking thing on YouTube, you can say whatever the fuck you want. You know what? You want to say that masks don't work and that the coronavirus is all fucking hoax? Go right ahead. I just did.
Man, I faked through every mask that I've ever put on my face.
And Poison Stinger is not responsible for the shit that I say on my own fucking channel.
I know.
Just to clarify, any YouTube asshole that wants to listen to this fucking chat and ban it later, fuck you too.
Irish is going to be out for the night. Sorry to hear that, Irish. Apparently he keeps talking and nothing but buffering.
Sorry, Irish.
Can I show your spoons?
Cheers, brother.
He's making
I always
spoons.
like Irish's opinion. Then again, I want Tony's opinion. Where the fuck's Tony Tone? His shitty.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, that's what happens when you bug out early and you get to the places where people really want to be. Nobody's there yet, so neither's the internet.
Yeah. Check this out.
And neither's all the propaganda and bullshit. So
that's probably a blessing in disguise.
Here you go. This is what Irish is working on. I know my camera's smaller for you guys, but he's making a wooden spoon. I guess he's whittling. Whoops. Hold up. That was...
Oh, nice.
You keep texting me, bro, and your thing comes up. That's what she said. Yeah, anyway, that's what he's working on. And that and a knife is kind of cool. Let's see. Can I show that one? Yeah. Kind of like that.
Air conditioner. Full blast.
Anyway, it was great chatting with you, Irish. I can't wait until you get your internet working because I miss doing the morning muster.
Yeah, as just a listener, I can't wait till he gets his shit fixed too. It was always fun listening to you guys.
We definitely need to have more freedom chats because they're going to try to shut this down. And we kind of, this is a great thing where we can all come together and bitch on this channel and see that, okay, Stinger's banned. Okay, so just everybody, he's got another channel. Go check him out over there or whatever. It's kind of.
Well, fuck, wait a minute now. Riddle Girl, said to go to Poison Stinger 2, right? Yeah. Which I did. Yeah. And I'm the only fucking person subscribed to that channel, by the way, Dick.
Probably,
yeah. But,
I looked for Poison Stinger and then the number 2, I couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's still out there because I went and checked to see if there's going to be a video on it. No, it's still the only fucking video you put on when you started that bitch.
Yeah.
Right? As a just in case they're going to steal my shit again.
Yep. Well, the thing with that, what happened with that is I hadn't verified it with my phone number because I've never gone over there because why?
Right.
And so I had to, in order to do a live stream, you have to verify it with your phone number. So I did that, but then they have a 24-hour cooldown, so you can't live stream it after you've done it for 24 hours. So tomorrow I might be able to stream it over there, but not tonight.
But hey, here's the nice thing though, Sting. You got the keys back here. You were able to do whatever magic you did to open her up, which it was magic, people. People don't understand this. You had to do a little hoop jumping.
Yeah,
to do
it wasn't
this,
easy.
right? But he did it. And now that it's open, Sting's got the keys. He can open it whenever the fuck he wants, right? It's good with me, right? And it always has been. So now he has a new outlet and one that he can add people to, and it will not affect his.
All right.
And if this thing burns down tomorrow, I don't give a fuck. And neither does anybody else who can run it. So we tried burning this bitch down a couple of times.
Yeah.
Arizona.
I mean, I still surprised that some of the things we got away with and how this channel is even around right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, remember when they first opened up to long chats?
Yeah.
And we went nuts then too. We're like, oh yeah, let's everybody get fucking high, drunk, party, show.
You mean we can
whatever.
stream for more than 3 hours? What?
Yeah.
24-hour dragon stream.
Hey, remember catching people with go check out two birds, one cup or whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
Two girls, one cup. Yeah, catching them on that. We would do our disgusting video.
Yeah.
How's the chat room doing?
People like streaming music and stuff.
How's what doing, Mule?
Chat room.
Chat room. We have. Let's see. I don't think that. Hold on. I'm going to bring up the other chat because I have different pages of this.
Cool. Well,
Okay.
to anybody who's still out there.
Oh, we got plenty of people.
We used to do a ton of shout outs all the time. We'd take like little commercial breaks for shout outs.
Yeah, let's get on to it. Stefan says, remember the drones killed selectively. Biker Bob says, if Canada helps fight for the Constitution, can I have citizenship? Rather die on my feet than live on my knees. Wow, that's a nice comment there, Biker.
I'm surprised Bob ain't in fucking Arizona yet. So.
Yeah, no. I don't think anyone there could have done much with the Vegas incident. No, if you're carrying a gun there, you're pretty much screwed because, I mean, at least one shooter. Verified.
No, wait a minute now. Let me clarify. Hold on a second, Stig. That's not the same Vegas incident he's talking about.
Okay.
He's talking about when those two clowns went and capped cops at like a fucking Chuck E. Cheese or some shit and then ran to a Walmart trying to get away.
Oh, this is the Riddle girl that was commenting on the Vegas incident, so I was thinking that she was.
Well, okay, whoever it was, I'm just saying,
right.
Your Reb was talking about a different one, not the mass shooting in Vegas, but when they went and assassinated a couple cops.
All right, gotcha. Biker Bob says Stefan Mickenberg, not very there, was a lot of collateral damage. If Stefan says if you can't intercept drones and killer bots, you lost. Mountain Man says at Biker Bob, you can take refuge at my place. I live so far out in the woods, my old friends in Fort Smith think I'm hiding. Biker Bob says Stefan Mickenberg, how come we lost the Middle East? Mountain Man, thanks. And another gun hand is always a consideration, says Mountain Man. Okay, to having somebody around with another gun. Stefan says Turkish drones are perfect. See Azerbaijan. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Hear that? Been hunting all my life. Got a freezer full of deer, Biker Bob says. Real easy here, though. I would imagine so if you're up in the sticks in Canada. There's probably a whole bunch of them around. Let's see. I was in the chat with Tony when it got pretty hot. Where are you? Tony chat? Getting hot? I don't believe it.
Right.
Trance is in the house. Transphibian. I don't know if you're an original Dragon watcher or if you're coming from my chat, but I know Trance is on my chat, so welcome. Eastwhile, y'all bringing this back? I don't know, Eastwhile. We're doing it tonight. Or maybe it's E-R-S-T, while. Erstwhile? Might be Erstwhile. Biker Bob says, I met Tony at SHOT Show a couple years ago. Trant says, Green Dragon? That doesn't make me does that make me a son of the Liberty? Trant subscribed. And yep,
Yes.
Vegas Vegas Walmart couple. That was crazy. Bri says that. Okay, that's caught up on chat.
Sweet. Good to hear from everybody. Man, I gotta say, I do miss this sometimes. Actually, I miss it more. I miss it a lot, but you know, the way the fucking world's been, it's been like once Trump got in, it was all infighting. And that's all I saw. In the whole patriot community, the whole gun community, it was all fucking infighting.
Yep.
And with the gun community, it was all just buy more crap. You need more crap. Not buy more ammo, not get better training, not work with what you got. It's buy more of this fucking new fancy shit. You know? And the patriot community, well, I don't like, you know, it's the NFL all over again. Oh, you're a patriot, but you're from here and you don't believe exactly what I believe. Fuck you. You're not a patriot, blah, blah, blah.
Where's Jaeger when you need him?
Yeah, fuck him.
He's out training people how to, you know, have handgun training or something. Yeah.
He's out stealing fucking people's money. That's what he's out doing.
That was the greatest video ever.
Yeah.
He's another fucking grifter.
Pretty much.
You remember that?
I will not take one more step over this line. You done crossed it, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, you came and got my guns and took away my concealed carry permit? Oh, wait a minute. Let me give you a little blowjob here, Tennessee.
All it takes is a little visit from the ATF or FBI or whatever agency saw him.
But again, this is like I said in my own video, right? So many people think they have too much to lose. They don't understand they already lost it. They never really owned it. You don't own the fucking house you live in. You don't own the property you're fucking standing on if they want it. Nothing in the Constitution matters anymore. Nothing you own is really yours.
They don't come take your fucking land and your house away.
Yeah, that's why you don't own your land.
Yeah, because if they want it, they can come get it.
Yeah.
In the city of Petersburg in Virginia, where I live, they wanted some farmland. They wanted to build a Walmart on it, and the guy refused to sell the land. And they rose his property taxes up so I couldn't afford it. And he skipped a few tax payments, and they come in and pounded his land, and they built a Walmart on it.
Yeah. Hey, he was lucky they didn't just kick him off and say eminent domain. Maybe they couldn't do it in Virginia. But I'll tell you, plenty of other states could.
I think they have a right of way like 15 feet from the easement or something. That's about it. I know they've moved people's houses when they built roads and stuff.
No, here in some states, I don't even know if they can do it here in Illinois. But if a city says they need that property, right, because they want to build a new development, they want to put up a sky rise or build a new factory, they can snatch that land, give you market value, but they just take it. They don't give a fuck.
You hear California's doing
that for building roads.
Yeah, it's not just roads in a lot of states, though. OMG.
What's California doing?
California now, they got so many people leaving. They're like, all right, well, we're going to have to tax you for 10 years.
Yeah.
New York's literally begging businesses and organizations not to leave as they're leaving in droves.
Shut up, see? Go say hello.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's kind of like, well, see, that's what you get.
The lead.
Steve's getting swatted.
What? I hope not.
No, that was my dog talking to Steffi. My dog was saying hello to Steffi. That's all. But yeah, you know what? Look, it's all fucked. That's why I laugh when I hear people talk about, but we're a constitutional republic or the Constitution matters or any of that shit. Tell me once when that shit stopped a government from doing anything in the 21st century. I'll wait, and you can give me a response video, and I'll even watch it. But if you can tell me when the Constitution mattered in the 21st century, and it actually stopped the government from doing anything, go ahead.
I mean, it doesn't stop them from doing it. I guess it would maybe get them lawsuit later on, like Ruby Ridge. Ruby Ridge is the only thing I can think of, right? They had to pay taxpayer money because they fucked that up. But that's the best I've got, Mule. That's all I can.
Yeah. And taxpayer money. Fuck.
Yeah.
You did hear that they're just printing that shit like it's fucking toilet paper now, right?
Yep.
And they're about to hand out. They're about to hand out another bunch of fucking monopoly money to people. So it's going to be worth even less.
I might get some more gold.
I don't think they're going to give everybody money. I think they're only going to give it to people that aren't working.
Okay.
If you don't have any income because of COVID, I think they're going to give you a stimulus check. But people, if you have a job and you're making money, I don't think they're going to give you any. They're trying to spend less money this time.
Who's it going to help at this point? I mean, if you've been out of a job because of the COVID, you've been out of a job for a while. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, well, like $1,200.
Yeah, here's your $1,200. How about giving me a pay? How much I've lost in pay, especially if I'm a bartender or if I work at a restaurant. How about you give me the whole year's worth of pay that I missed out on?
You got to remember, this was planned. This wasn't, a reaction to a situation. This was planned. There's no such thing as a coincidence. This thing was
Too many people.
Event 201.
In this for it to not be planned. There's too many people that benefited from it. The Democrats, the Chinese Communist Party. I mean,
A lot of Republicans too.
Big corporations. Too many people benefited from the COVID. There's no way that this stuff was just a natural thing that happened.
Dude, like they always do.
I mean,
well, I was just going to say, like they always do, they tell you exactly what they're going to do. They call it the Great Reset, right?
Yeah.
So, for a while there, especially with the outlaw internet, too many poor people were becoming rich. We can't have that shit. So we need to transfer all this wealth back to the people it belongs to, right? So that's what this whole they're trying to tell people, because if they're telling you one thing, it's exactly the opposite of what they're saying. This Great Reset is not to take money from the wealthy and give it to the poor. It's to take money from the poor and give it to the wealthy, just like it's always been. This Great Reset is just because the whole world was getting a little too free and they need to check that shit.
Yeah. Getting on to the chat, we got Biker Bob. I stayed with the old stuff from the late 50s. FEMA camps are real, so fill them up, says Stefan. Will accept for my SIG. You don't own yourself. Look at the birth certificate, all caps. You are a corporation and owned by the government, at least in their eyes, says Trance. Good comment, Trance. FTRA 1987 says something about his Glock 20. Bry says 90% of the U.S. population is less than 10 miles from a Walmart. He heard that today. Let's see. Got to drive 6 miles to get milk, says Biker Bob. But much patriotic act and much NDAA and much Agenda 2021. Mule showing off his little pista. 16% income tax proposed in California and 4% wealth tax on your property for billionaires. But we got a bar in town and a church, so all is good, says Biker Bob. Let's see. I've been seeing people post on their sidearm stainless steel Ruger Security 6-barreled and adjustable rear sight, says Mountain Man. Just walk out to the goat pen for milk, y'all. Okay, Trance. And let's see, Bri, it's a wonderful thing to be in a small town. Oh man, y'all are making me super hella jealous, because I lived in a rural town out in the middle of nowhere. It was awesome. The internet sucked, but it was awesome. And just like Tony and Irish can attest to that. The internet sucks, but it makes up for it in a lot of other ways.
Bry can also attest to that when he's home. His internet kind of sucks when he's home.
Biker says, "Oh my God, Mule was trying to kill me. Oh, because you were muzzling him." Yeah. Are we doing gun check?
No, I'm just fucking with my new pistol. I gotta work in the safety.
You see how much I shaved off my 21?
Uh-oh. Somebody breaking out there, CZ.
Oh,
Gun
there we
check.
go. Yeah, gun check, man. It's been a while.
Smith & Wesson Shield with custom triggers and custom trigger jobs and everything on it.
Nice.
I did it all myself.
What caliber is that one?
Parts on the thing.
Is that 9 mil or what is that?
Why are you having a seat?
Oh.
Can you get it?
Well, now remember, nobody needs to do a Texas Grebner, right?
I just shot myself. Oh, it's fun time.
But, and just to let anybody know,
awesome. And he posted it.
Yeah, I know. He posted that.
hey, dude, remember that motherfucker was on the Dragon once too.
Was he?
Yeah. Back in the day, the gun when they first started doing all the chats, everybody would go to different chats. We had a lot of good-sized gun people on the Dragon at one point or another.
Here and there, yeah.
Yeah.
Bride says, "LOL, I'll go mag dump the Justin's final mission rifle for Mule just right now." Oh, Bride, you got a Justin's final mission rifle?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, those are nice. I wouldn't mind getting one of those. Although I haven't.
I remember when he won.
Yeah.
That shit was awesome.
That is cool.
I wish I could show you my Walther PBQ-8, and every time I write it down, Poison, you say small frame or something or slim frame.
Yeah.
The SF in Walther PBQ Q5 Match SF is steel frame.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Glock, it's slim frame, and I don't have a Walther, so that's why I always think slim frame, not steel frame. The only steel frame pistol I got is that.
I bought a $1,600 Walther.
Wow, $1,600? That's almost as much as my Dan Wesson.
It's a competition race gun.
Oh.
It's got lightning cuts in the slide. It's got the Walther's famous trigger, but I did a trigger job on it and got the thing down to 2 pounds.
Wow.
It's got a 5-inch cold hammer forged barrel that's hand fitted to the slide. It only will go in, like, you couldn't take the barrel out of this gun and put it into another Walther Q5 match steel frame, and it might not lock up correctly if you do that. But I mean, this thing shoot the antennas off a grasshopper, man.
Poor Tex, couldn't pour piss out of a boot, and now he got his head wet. Says Mountain Man 1478.
You should be in with Little Chick.
Interesting.
Oh,
Steven doesn't like plastic guns. I get you on that. I shaved so much plastic off of my gun, I'm actually worried that it might break when I shoot it. Erstwhile says, if y'all do another one, y'all need HDP and Tony. Tony was here. For a brief second, we did have Tony. I did not send HDP a link because I don't think I have his email. But y'all, if you want to send HDP a link, more power to you. I'd be more than happy to have him in here. Biker Bob says, LOL was showing you my high power when I remembered I was not on the show. He did a gun check at home. Nice.
Browning high power, huh? It's a good gun.
Yeah.
Almost every gun, handgun that's made is copied off of John Browning's design.
Including his own 1911. It's a good design.
The tilting barrel that's on most semi-automatic handguns, that's John Browning.
Yep. And that's why we can't have suppressors.
Design and all that. That's why the Russians got different. Their guns were different than ours. They had fixed barrel blowback guns, the Markov and stuff.
Well, the blowbacks are technically more accurate, right?
Hey, is that link gonna work if I send it to HTTP?
It should. If you go, if you do invite down, yeah, you all have the invite button at the bottom of this window. There's a button that says invite. You can copy that and send that off to anybody. Anybody in here can do it.
So cool. We're gonna bring in another favorite Fed. Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, you couldn't get third off, right? So
right.
We got to go for Rebel's personal Fed. Yeah, sorry, Green Dragon. I ain't changed the fucking bit.
No.
So.
Oh, I'm sure they're not upset about that. I bet you they're loving it right now. In fact, the chat seems to think that they're loving it right now and waiting for the next one because they're already saying if we fire up another one, we got to get Tactical Tony in here and HDP. I said, well, we had Tony in here for a second, and we're currently trying to get HDP, so we'll see how that works out. Let's see. Good evening, everyone, says Bikes and Bullets. Bikes and Bullets is in the chat. I just got out of the shower. I'm not wearing any underwear. He's free balling here in the Dragon, and I am holding my M1A with his nuts out.
now I'm triggered.
I am triggered a little bit myself. High power. Very good. Too bad stopped making them. Mountain Man says, I recently made a trade, old beat-up SKS for a varmint rifle made by Savage, Model 10 XP Predator Hunter. I love Savages. Manufactured in 2008. The barrel is 22 inches, and the twist weight is 1 in 12. That's cool. Mountain Man got a Savage in 17 HMR, says Biker Bob. Interesting. And OMG is gun checking again. I don't have my Dan Wesson or any other firearm nearby me, so the only thing is the Glock, and everybody knows what a Glock looks like, so it's no fun. And more of my stuff I'm going to show, hopefully less and less. It's going to be hard because I like showing, I mean, that's the reason I put it together is to show it off. And now I got to keep it under lock and key.
I'm about to lose X on a boat accident here in a minute.
Yeah. Well, I've got 3 braced things that might accidentally go in the desert lake.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I was gonna make a 4th one too. Maybe I should get a brace while I'm at the gun show. So War Drums, if I pick you up in March, will you come to the Texas thing, or are you going to be around, you think?
If I'm still alive, man, go for it.
All right. Well, try to keep calm. Oh, he's got the RIPs.
You think the brace will go on sale now, or what?
That's an extreme penetrator.
Yeah.
Plus P.
I don't like the
And either
penetrator.
a 4-bond DXP, solid copper rounds, plus B. 115 grain. Can't really see it.
Yeah. I don't know. I went back and forth with the extreme penetrator or not because I don't want to over penetrate. You know, that's always bad.
Oh, you're not going to over penetrate, man. Especially this time of year, everybody's wearing thick clothes.
Ooh. What do you got in yours there? Are those black talons? You got the 1980s.
You were good, sir.
Hell yeah, bro. I've only got a few of those. I've got one in 45 and I've got one in 300 Win Mag. I would love to get a box of them, but dude, they're pretty expensive since they don't make them no more.
Damn. You knew that right off the gate. That's shocking.
Yeah? Well, I'm glad I could impress you tonight, sir.
You did, man. You get the fucking...
No HDP yet?
Underwood,
Not yet.
extreme penetrators.
Yeah.
Solid copper.
Yeah, I've never had any of those. Not yet.
I might have to get some of those. Somebody was talking about
What?
making their own bullets, man. That's what I'm talking about. I make my own 9mm. I cast the lead. Talk about stacking metals. Yeah, I have silver and gold, but I got a ton of lead and the molds to make it into round things, which is always fun.
That's considered a destruct valve.
They look like little red lipsticks because I powder coat them red.
So they ended up. So they look like those new Federal Syntax, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. They'd found out how good that works out for them, and they started stealing that design, right? So now they can sell it for less money, which is great for the consumer, but they're making more money on it too.
And right now they ain't selling it for less money, man. You see how much a box of that shit goes for?
No, I haven't looked. The only ammo I've been trying to buy lately is 300 Blackout, and I can cast and load for that now. It's just that I don't have that many primers because that was the one thing I was short on.
Oh.
I need to get more primers. If I see that at the gun show, I might pick those up. But I mean, if they're overly expensive, I doubt I will. I went to a gun show a few months ago, and they didn't have any. They had small rifle Magnum primers, and I was like, well, if I just load it less, I can maybe get away with that. But I have to work up a whole load for that, I think. So.
All right, HDP. I know you got a lot of goats, but leave them alone and come on here, buddy.
You're not in the desert. You're not in Afghanistan anymore. It's counted as bestiality here. Let's see. Y'all talk about the braces yet, erstwhile? Yeah, a little bit here and there. 22/250 is the caliber of the rifle he's got, says Mountain Man. Erstwhile says, do you still have an AR you were slowly building in the old chats, Poison? Yes, I do, but it's version 2. Almost everything on that gun has been replaced. The only thing I think is still there is like the piston system. Well, even part of that is new because I had to get a new one. Shit.
Yeah, tell the truth. The only thing that's still the same is the takedown pins.
Yeah, well, maybe. Well, no, because I took the trigger out to put in the 300 black, so very little. I'm gonna go get it. Shit, let's do that one. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what was that one question I had an answer for, or at least a comment for? God damn it! I wish I could read the chat. I think it was erstwhile said something. Damn it. He ran off once somebody mentioned his pride and joy.
Now, if you remember, it originally was going to be zombie themed.
Hey, Sting, before you get into your rifle, will you go look and see what erstwhile said something I wanted to comment on?
Sure. Erstwhile, y'all talk about the braces yet?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we said about the braces because I must have not been in that part. But,
I don't have one.
Yeah, just the real. It's the simplest answer. Don't comply. Don't register shit. Don't turn in nothing. They
only got a few more hours.
I would also
they can't do shit about it.
I would also say don't put a stock on it. Go ahead and keep it in the same configuration because you know what? The ATF went after somebody for a short-barreled rifle after they had approved it and lost in court. A guy was busted with a bump stock, and they dropped the case because a retired ATF agent was going to testify that it did not meet the definition of fully automatic, so they dropped the case. If you get busted with a brace on your gun, it is highly likely that nothing will come of it, and they will have to back down. And when they back down in court, then there's precedence, right? And when people find out that somebody won against the ATF over this, then they're going to have to back down, and everybody's going to be a little bit better off because of it.
Well, a funny thing that most people don't know, right? So if you remember a couple of years ago, they went after the 80% polymer AR lowers, right? Well, they lost in that court case too. That's why now they're going after the polymer 80 ones for pistols. You notice they're not going after polymer 80s AR rifles, AR stuff.
Right.
Because they already lost that case and they know it's a non-starter. So they're going after a new one. And that one, they're going to lose there too, but they don't care because they're a government agency. They're going to do what they want. And even if they lose, by then, they've bankrupted you, corrupted you, and made everybody believe untruths. So through fear, they're going to make those changes.
Right. Yep. And they're trying to get people not to build them. They're trying to get a registry. They're trying to do a lot of things with that. So here she is. The muzzle brake is still original. Yeah. The muzzle brake is still original, but the rail is different because the original rail was a Spikes Tactical bar rail, which seized up when Mule Team went rat-a-tat-tat a little too fast with my bump stock, which is fine. But this one has a steel barrel now, and it's a lot more easy on the hand, which I really like. Yeah, it's also maybe or maybe not marked with anything. So the lower is different. The upper is different. The pistol grip's the same, right?
Wait a minute, Stinger. If the upper and the lower are different, it's not the same gun, buddy.
Well, I got it at different times, right? So
I'm just saying.
I know. That's why this is like the Phoenix, because it's a different firearm with some of the same parts that were on the other ones. But I don't have any sights on it. I did have an EOTech, a Zombie Hunter EOTech. I have sold that. I was gonna get a scope, but then my cat had to go into the vet, and that pretty much took my scope money. Other than that, I got the what is this? This is the minimalist stock, which is kind of nice. I want to put a scope on it and some flip out 45-degree angle sights, which I did have on here. I did have the flip out D45 sights on here, but I gave those to Kansas. Those are on his rifle right now, and which I do have in my possession. But I'm not taking them off of his rifle because those are for his rifle, not mine. I need to get another set for this. Anyway, that's that. Let's get off of that. Let's see. That's a smoking round, says Biker Bob. Don't know. Oh, I think you're talking about the 22-250. It's good for coyote, and that comes in my yard. I'm thinking about urban sniper. Now, I'm not going to read that one, Mountain Man. Those aren't roses, elephants in us. Okay. I need some black talents and 357 Magnum, says Mountain Man. I'd like to get some more than 45. I only got the one. I refer to the Savage 22-250 as my 22 WMR on steroids. And his lady friend got an 8-point buck this year with her 243. Caught him in the shoulder and just wrecked him. Nice. A lot of gun talk. Throw some irons on it and call it good, Stinger. I know, right? I'm thinking instead of the flip out 45s, because those are kind of, they have issues. At least I had the first gen ones. Maybe they've improved them, but I'm thinking just get some standard iron flip 45-degree angles and eventually get a scope. I know the scope I want. It's like $300-$400. It's not really expensive. It's a 16-inch AR. Sorry, what, Rick?
You didn't hear the latest? The ATF. You didn't hear the latest? The ATF is now going after optics.
Yeah, especially if they're on a pistol. This is not a pistol. However, this is also not very well. I'm showing it here so you know about it, but that's about the only trail that it's got. Let's just put it that way. Actually, we can put it this way. Ooh, shiny.
Singer, you sure do like the bling.
I do. That all shiny aluminums. Hey, Poison, you know cats are pretty much free? Cats? Yeah. Okay. Ooh. That's a neat.
That's a nice cigar you got there.
That's a big old cigar. Fatty.
It's a vape.
Oh, I love it.
It's a vaporizer. Speaking of that, though, man, I'll tell you what. I got to tell you how much I love my CMMG 22 bolt. I swear to God, I love that damn thing. I get to keep going shooting and nice and, you know, it's 22, so it's nice and quiet, right?
Yeah, I was just going to say that. That's really quiet.
Yeah.
So this
It's
is
fucking awesome. And it's just a quick swap bolt. You know, bolt swap. You know what I'm saying? Nice.
Yeah, so just showing the other one. This is the newest one. Now, see, this was the rail. This was the rail that was on the one I just showed you, right? I got a new barrel nut for it. It's now a direct impingement. Is that what they call that? Yeah, it's a gas system, right? So it's not gonna deform. And this is my 300 black, and it's got a nice little can on it too. But I not as cool as Mule's cigar over there because he didn't have to wait as long as I had to.
I will not comply.
Yeah. Well, I cannot say.
I believe I can fly.
No, I got to get. Hold on. I just filled up the vape pen. I'll believe that in a minute. Give me a second.
High performance.
Reminds me of the old
barrel
days.
Still.
See, now I believe I can fly.
Well, I was sure hoping to make these things legal and just as much problem to get as a gun, but unfortunately the Hearing Safe Act never happened. But I'll tell you what, this can has been really nice. If anybody's actually looking at getting one, doing the paperwork and stuff, this is the Vox S. It's by Energetic Armament. It's a great company. I've talked with the owner of the company a few times myself when I had questions. He answered his own phone call. Like, I just called the company because I had questions, and the owner freaking answered it. They're relatively new in the suppressor world, but shit, man, it does the job. It does it well.
Give me my bottle down there. One that's empty.
Mule took a little too much. So much he had to mute his mic. Blade M, BLADEIMM says, "Hey Mule, with some beers and some swords." You know that person?
Yes, he's been in the Dragon before. Not in it, but he's been in the chat.
In the chat, yeah, cool.
And he also comments on my regular videos. So
nice.
And a lot of the old people are coming out of the woodwork.
I think a lot of people are seeing the writing on the wall, Mule. We all have something to bitch about. Each one of us maybe a little bit more on one topic than the other. Somebody might be all about braces. Somebody might be about the election. Some people might be, about the 80%ers for all I know. But for me, it's a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, me as well. And luckily, if they come to the Dragon, I can bitch about it all, and I have an opinion on it all.
Oh,
because I'm an angry white man at this point. So angry old white man.
Right.
Who's old, grumpy, and armed to the fucking teeth. So.
Oh yeah.
Goddamn hippies.
And didn't get caught out there in no fucking ammo shortage.
I know, what a joke that is.
I have no problem with it. I just needed more small pistol primers. Could you not have just left me a few thousand of those? Everything else I'm okay. I feel fine with, but that is the one thing.
Those are hard to come by everywhere, Sting. You're not the only one feeling that pain.
I know, and it's the first every single time one of these things happens. Primers, like you're going to get into reloading.
I was just in a store. I was just in one of the locals in a local store around here today, and I didn't see what kind of primers they were, but I'll jump back in there tomorrow. If they have some, you want me to grab them?
Hell yeah, man! I'll pay whatever fee you want for it.
Yeah, I fucking know. There's no fee, but yeah, I'll grab them.
I meant like shipping or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But I'll go check. I don't know what kind of primers they were, right? But I did see them. I saw they were CCIs, so.
Well, I take small pistol and small rifle. I'm wanting to get into large pistol, but I haven't yet, so there's no need to. I actually have 5,000 large pistol primers, and I don't use them yet.
Well, I'll take a look. I don't know what they are. Like I said, I'm not a reloader, so I have no fucking clue.
Gotcha.
I just, I know what the components are, and I know what they look like for the most part, but I didn't go and study. I'm like, oh look, they got primers in. Nice. I hear everybody bitching about that.
Yeah. Bikes and Bullets is out of here. He's saying, leaving you a thumbs up. Good night. Be safe. Heads on a swivel as usual. And Biker Bob, just kidding. Once I had to spend $3,500 on a cat my kids found under my deck. Storm was a great cat, though. Yeah, our cat was getting old. She hadn't gone to the vet yet, and we were like, we're not going to get any more animals. Definitely not more animals. And then we found a little kitten that was thrown out of a moving vehicle on a busy street. And guess what? We got another cat. So we rescued her, and her name is Northern because she was found on 19th and Northern here, but yeah.
I think he's talking about hookers.
I am. Maybe.
Yeah, the most I've ever spent on a cat was shit. At the time, they were probably going for about 2.5 cents a round. So.
Oh, I like cats. I'm an animal person, man. That's why I'd probably have a hard time hunting.
So am I, but I'm not about to spend. I'm not about to spend human money for healthcare on a fucking pet. Yeah.
They have pet insurance now.
Yeah, I'm not fucking insuring my pet. I'm just not. It's a pet. Right. I love it. It loves me. I will feed it. I will take care of it. But if it ends up getting hit by a car and it's going to take $10,000 to save this dog, I'm going to start digging a hole in my backyard.
Well, no, don't waste the fur. I mean, at least make some slippers.
Well, if we really are in a shit hit the fan situation, Rover might be dinner too. But I can go Korean. I don't give a shit. I like Korean food.
Yeah. Pretty sure I've had that in Chinese food a few times in Wisconsin.
I know. I absolutely guarantee you I've ate fucking cat in Mexico and not pussy. I've eaten pussy all over anywhere I could, but I've eaten cat in fucking Mexico.
Biker Bob says Storm. Biker Bob says his cat Storm got hit by a bus and survived. Made it to the kid's bedroom with 2 broken legs. Holy crap, bro.
Yeah, I'd give him an extra can of tuna before I put that one behind his ear.
You was heartless.
No, I'm a pragmatist. Yeah, it's not my fucking kid.
Little girl's over here almost. Little girl's almost in tears over here.
Sorry, but look, I've had to do all these things. I've had to do them. And I don't blame people. I had a friend of mine. He spent almost $10,000 on a goddamn dog that on its deathbed.
Neil's the Dr. Kevorkian of the animal world.
Fuck, I'm a Dr. Kevorkian of the people world. I wanted this pandemic to be real. I wanted it to wipe out half the population.
Why can't we have actually 300,000 people that died just of that?
Just this week. How about just this week? Let's get 300,000 gone this week in the United States. We'd be good. Not good, but it'd be a start.
Yeah.
You know, fuck. That's what cracks me up about the most about this goddamn pandemic. Is 5 minutes before they were talking about it. Oh my God, we have way too many people. There's too many humans. We're using up too many resources. There's not enough. We have to slow down the population. We have to not be replacing it. Blah blah blah. We have to do away with half the Americans because they use up too much resources. And then the pandemic hits and not one death. Everybody has to live.
Yeah,
Fuck
I know,
you.
right?
No,
Go ahead,
I'm still
Owen.
on the old one. I'm still on the old plan. Let's wipe out. Let's make the Georgia Guidestones real. Right? 50 million people worldwide, and that's it.
OMG, you said you had some, or OMG had said something.
And the number one fucked up thing is, I understand I'm on the list to go,
Right.
and I still say send it.
Now's your chance.
You want to hear a crazy pet story that I got?
Well, it
Did he
was
say
fun seeing you.
sex or pet?
It was fun seeing y'all at the Dragon again. We're gonna be shutting it down after YouTube decides to close us off. Yeah, go ahead, OMG.
All right. It was about what? 4 or 5 years ago, hey? We came home from out to eat, and we had a little miniature Yorkshire Terrier and a Mint Pin, two little dogs, and we came home and we found the Yorkshire Terrier laying in the hallway with her head ripped off, and the Mint Pin had ripped her head off in a fight.
Jeez.
And I took the Mint Pin down the road by the swamp, and popped one in the back of her head. I got little kids around here. I can't have bloodthirsty animals ripping other dogs' heads off and shit.
All right.
But I think that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, I own a Min Pin, and that's my Min Pin's tough too, though. Wouldn't do that to another dog, but I mean, my little bitch, she'll go right like we go to the range, and she'll go hunt down woodchucks and bring them out to us, and they're twice the size of her, you know. And she'll bring them out to us, then leave them right in the middle of the range, and then turn around and look at us and say, "Kill that motherfucker," you know. So, but yeah, man.
She ripped her head and came home, and the Yorkshire Terrier was laying in the hallway with her head ripped off of her body.
Wow.
Hanging on by like a pendant or something.
Fuck, I would think a Yorkie would be able to take a Min Pin. That's pretty fucking impressive. I probably wouldn't have killed that dog.
That would be okay
I
with.
killed the Min Pin. I took it down the road, and I took my little Ruger 380, and I put one right through the back of her brain.
Yeah, well, if you got kids around, you got, who knows why it did it, So I understand it, but man, I'm still impressed. Now I'm looking at my little Min Pin going, damn, can you be real? She's asleep in my laundry, and I'm looking at her going, could you do it, C? Could you do it?
The Min Pin was bigger than the Yorkie, but the Yorkie was thicker than the Min Pin, so.
Wow. No, my little mini, she's a mini. I'm gonna wake you up and show you off. See,
our boy dogs are getting fights, but they don't ever try to rip each other's heads off. Female dogs are mean.
Yeah, I hear they're bitches, but couldn't resist that one.
He's calling you a bitch. See, give him the finger.
Yeah, they're both buried in the backyard beside each other.
Wow.
So you made them go through eternity next to each other.
Fucking swamp. Old lady made me go back there and fish her out of the swamp, bring her back home and bury her. You couldn't even see a hole in her head. It went through, and I guess her skin closed it back up, and her fur covered where you couldn't see it.
Ooh.
So hey, Reb, what happened to HTP?
I don't know. He didn't respond, so
It's lost.
who knows, man?
Ah, come on, HTP, don't get mad. I was only kidding when I called you a Fed. And if you are, you're my favorite one. Well, gents, it's hitting 1 o'clock in the morning here, and those kids get up fucking way too early,
Yeah. All right.
even on a Saturday.
On the East Coast, I'm in Kentucky.
Mm.
Yeah, well, I'm just one state up from you right now, there, buddy.
Well,
I'm a bad father. My 8-year-old still awake, sitting over here in the seat.
Aw.
Anywho, hey, Sting.
Yeah.
Man, this is a great idea. If you want to start popping it off again, I'm 100% behind you.
I think I'm gonna take the keys once a week. I think I'm good for once a week. We'll do Friday nights after my chat on my channel. Give me about a half hour to an hour after my chat's done over there, and I'll set one up every Friday night over here.
Well, that work. You know what? That's awesome. Knock yourself out. I can't guarantee I'll be in them all the time, but I'll definitely be coming in quite regularly. And let me let anybody know if they ask. I can't run one anymore. I don't even fucking own a computer at this point. I've been doing all the shit off my phone. So,
Oh wow.
maybe I'll have to buy a fucking computer again.
Yeah. I mean, shit. They're not that expensive nowadays. I mean, I can build you one
but-
for like $400. You know.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, seriously, our phones these days, once I bought in to the phone bullshit,
Yeah.
they're as strong as any fucking computer, and you can do it all in your fucking hand. So,
Gotcha.
a laptop and a desktop, man, that's some effort now.
Yeah. My wife just got her an iPad, and that's gonna be good for her. But
Yeah, so, but you know what? If it becomes worth it, I don't have a problem in investing in it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Stinger being the head bartender for a while.
Well, as I said, I want to set up everybody with the Stream Elements, and we'll have your little. We'll have it in the descriptions. We'll have it I can do it as a lower third on the videos too, so that people could tip their bartender, their whatever bartender they want to tip. You know what I mean?
Yeah, whatever we do. Stinger has some ideas. That's fucking awesome. He's got 100% of my support. And you know what? I got big enough shoulders. Well, I'm just saying, any shit that comes down on this channel, it's all on me. So fucking go to town, dude.
I don't plan on shaking too many feathers. But if I do exactly what I've been doing on my channel, though, it's apparently enough to get shit shut down. So we'll see.
So, yeah. So if you have a contrary opinion, it's probably gonna get shut down. But you know what? That's fucking okay, because they can't ever kill the dragon. We were out there for a while. A few people got woken up by us.
Yeah.
And maybe some more will now, too.
All right. Send me the link. Biker Bob wants in, Mule. Do you want to stay in and say hi to Biker Bob?
Yeah, I'll stay in for 5 more minutes. I'll wait for Bob. I haven't talked to him in a while, and
you know what?
He's always been a fucking good dude.
We're gonna
and
do
his ass should be with G-Webs in Arizona by now, but whatever.
We're gonna do this Kansas hillbilly prepper style. There you go. There's your link.
Yeah, remember? I was just talking to Sting about that a couple of days ago. How I missed that old man.
Yeah, me too. Every time I look at that fucking rifle, and it's right next to my bed, so I look at it a lot.
I was just thinking about that myself a few days back.
Yeah. Yeah, I miss that dude.
We lost a lot of good people, man.
And we've lost more over the past 5 years, man. There's a lot of people that dipped off screens because they're just gone.
I would love to know what his opinion is of all this shit, because he had been fired up. And he was a big time proponent of Trump, too. And I bet you he wouldn't have been happy with him today. Although he would have still voted for him, obviously. But still. Did my chat not update? Hold on.
It did not matter if anybody voted for him. Doesn't anybody got that yet?
Yeah.
He was not winning.
Hopefully that's in the chat. I don't see it on the chat that I have on the screen, but I do see it in the chat. Hold on, I'm gonna just do a few things here. Sorry, go ahead and
Anyway.
talk while I do this.
Well, hey, Bob, dude, I really am getting tired, dude. So I'm not going to be able to stick around this time. But I hope you get in, and I'll catch you next time. And it was always good to talk to everybody. It's definitely good talking to you guys again. It's been a while. The only people I've really kept in contact with, to be honest with everybody, if I'm not contacting you through social media, has been Rebel and Stank. So it's awesome being on a chat with those two again and everybody else. So I'll definitely try and catch you next Friday. What the fuck is next Friday? Oh, it's Boxing Day. No, wait a minute. Next Friday is Christmas, so I ain't talking about fucking Christmas.
No. Christmas of the
well,
Dragon.
I don't know, maybe. It wouldn't be the first time we did a great Christmas Dragons.
No,
But yeah,
maybe.
you know what? I'll pop in on Friday. I'll be there. All right? I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, see you.
Good to see you. You'll give everybody kisses and hugs from us.
I will. And do the same, Reb. And man, you boys got to cut his fucking hair, the goddamn hippie.
Man, he's giving me a run for my money, dude.
I'm telling you, you better be glad he can't grow a beard yet.
I know, man.
Getting there. By the way, the link is in the descriptions. If it's not in your descriptions, refresh the page. The link will be in the descriptions. All right, so then there went Mule.
I'm still here.
Okay. Oh, it's in the chat too.
Anybody that can hear me, a well-regulated militia being necessary for the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. And if you infringe it, you're going to come through me.
Yeah.
Amen.
So it's so interesting how those simple words have led to where we're at now with all the infringements. Each infringement deemed okay because reasons. Mountain Man says Kansas would hang out with me and Hick Billy Hermit. Right on. Kansas hung out with a lot of people, man. That dude was a great guy.
Misunderstood words in human history.
Yeah. Yeah, shall not be infringed for sure. Hick Billy Hermit still has most of his chats up. Nice. Go ahead, Rip.
No, I was just going to say it's misunderstood because the Tree of Liberty needs to be refreshed with the blood of tyrants and patriots every 20 years, and we didn't stick to that. So here we are today.
Every 20 years? Yeah, we're a little behind the curve on that one.
Yep.
A little bit behind the curve.
What year was the NFA adopted? 1936. What year? 1936 the NFA was passed. Our ATF is following 1930 gun laws.
Oh yeah.
Back when they didn't even understand what a machine gun was really.
It's funny, even Wyatt Earp had gun control. You couldn't come into his town if you had a gun on your side. It's been going on a long time.
The truth of the matter is, gun laws only affect law-abiding citizens.
Yep.
Let's be honest about it. You know, do people with mental issues, need to have guns? No, they don't need to legally buy guns. They can buy them, like the criminal people. You're never going to stop it. It doesn't matter, and if you do a crime and you do your time, your rights should be restored. That's the way it should be.
No free man. Yeah, no free man shall be barred the use of arms. Are you free or are you still in jail?
Exactly. Unless it's a heinous crime, and then you shouldn't be fucking sitting in prison. You should be fucking executed.
Yeah. For me, that goes for any crime too. I mean, if you're safe enough to be out of jail, then you should have all your rights restored. If that is not, if let's say no, they can't, then you should still be in jail. Let's go ahead and talk about the sentencing. here in America for crimes, and why some crimes people actually get out where they probably should never get out, i.e. sexual predators. But if they're good enough to get out, then I don't know, man. It's one of those things.
Wait, we can pass the weight session.
Well, if the laws apply equally to everyone, we'd be a lot better off instead of, your class, your race, your this, your that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the crimes that the Congress and the Senate and the people in the three-letter agencies commit are far worse than a lot of these folks that are locked up now.
Yeah. I would agree.
All right, dude.
I don't know, man. It is crazy.
Damn, OMG.
Go ahead, Rip.
I was just going to say, it's funny, OMG, he's on the road and he's got a good signal. He must have one of those hotspot deals.
Oh, I got Verizon Wireless.
There you go. Yeah, Verizon. I don't know.
Shameless plug.
I always heard that they were really good, and then I got them, and I haven't been that impressed, to be honest.
I love it. I had Sprint before this, and I never had a signal.
Yeah, T-Mobile and
I
Sprint.
had to pay for Spotify just so I could have music when I didn't have a signal.
What's up, Biker Bob?
Hey guys.
How are you?
Oh shit!
It really sucks. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, we'll wait to the show as usual.
Sorry about that.
No, you're the night shift, Bob.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that works. I've done that enough times. Yeah, I'm sorry to see Tony couldn't make it though.
He was in here briefly, but very briefly.
I haven't seen. Well, I saw Tony in Vegas, which I thought was hilarious because he was with Marco, who does Gun Channel's Instagram stuff.
If you want to fall asleep in the seat, you can, dude.
And they were just toasted.
You're gonna make yourself stay away.
Sounds like Tony, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty
We
normal.
got about another hour and a half.
Funny thing with Tony is he's exactly like he is on the show, eh?
Yeah.
It's the same person.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to meet him once when we were going up to Idaho. It was only briefly. It was like for a half an hour to an hour, but it's like
that's about how everybody meets him.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that he can make it out to the shoot, and he said that March should work for him. So we're really hoping that he'll come there and we'll spend some time with him. But he's got a lot more responsibilities now, obviously.
Oh yeah. Well, I haven't been able. I haven't talked with anybody. I kind of dropped off the map there. I had a second heart attack, so it kind of fucked things up. But other than that, it was like just it's Canada, right? I'm stuck in Canada because originally my ex-wife got my passport rescinded, and then once I got it back, COVID happened.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's been a fucking nightmare. You know how fucking cold it is here? And I'm as close to the fucking border as you can get, right? I'm as far south as you can go in Canada, and it sucks.
We got to find out if he's seen any Chinese troops up there, huh? Hey?
Oh, but apparently they're fairly close to where I am. I mean, they're close in Canada terms. That's like 500 miles.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there any validity to those stories, man?
What stories?
The Chinese troops were going to train there. They have been training there. Any troops training there.
No, I mean, they're here, right? They're here. They're civilian pilots training at one of our retired, like our float down air bases. We used to be part of that, right? That's really good. Like, let's have a couple hundred Chinese. They're all like young military age men training to be airline pilots, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Kind of fucked, eh?
Wow.
Oh, it's crazy, man. Like that Trudeau.
Remember to end sleeping.
You know, there's all the stuff about him, right? They talk about, well, you know, his dad was Fidel Castro. I'm starting to think that, yeah, and this is all some kind of global crazy plan that they've been working on for 1,000 years or, well, 100 years, whatever. But it's just spooky, man. The shit they're doing is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Trudeau dude, he's a little bit off, man. I can't think of a finger on it. There's something not right about that.
I can't figure out how he got reelected, right? He'd already had like 2 scandals, more than any other prime minister in Canada's history. Like 2.
Right, but you guys use voting machines too, right?
The Dominion voting machines, yeah.
No, actually we don't. We do paper votes, which is why I can't figure out how to fuck he won.
Wow.
Like, we actually put them on paper, you mark with a pencil, and then they count them. But there must have been something going on. Well, like more people voted for the Conservatives than voted for the Liberals, right? So it was kind of the opposite of what you guys had.
Yeah.
But like because the people who voted against them were all out in one part of the country, mostly the West, where I live. Like pretty much everybody, like nobody in the West voted for the Liberals. So we got like, you know, more than half the country, size-wise, said, "Oh fuck no," and you know, but the cities voted him in. Eh?
Right.
It's kind of what will happen if you guys ever get, you know, get rid of the your voting system you have now, where you know you get electoral votes and shit. Because the majority will just walk all over the rest of the country.
Right.
Yeah. City dwellers. It's the worst, right? Like,
Oh my goodness, yeah, and I'm one of them. I want to get out of here so bad.
I
It's
know.
supposed to be temporary.
Yeah, in every city, there's like, you know, probably close to half the population doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Right? They're there because they have to be.
Yeah, but the problem is these folks that live in these cities, they're fucking liberals, and even their own shit gets to the point where they want to fucking move to the country. They want to move to Texas. They want to move, you know, somewhere else. But
Bring
they
their
bring their liberal fucking attitudes and their liberal fucking habit with them, and then they try to see where they're fucking going.
You know, it's exactly that's what's happening in Texas, right?
Yeah, it's happening everywhere.
Yeah, it's happening here in Arizona too.
And Arizona too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck to do, right? Like, I used to want to move
None
to
of us.
Arizona, but I mean, really now it's just the only reason to move there is for the weather, because they're going to go all liberal, and then I won't be able to have my guns there.
Right. That we're all in the same boat, Bob. We got nowhere to run.
Yeah.
3D printer.
I mean, you know,
Get a 3D printer.
if you told me, hey,
So, I mean,
if you told me, hey, there's a state where the taxes are reasonable, there's constitutional carry, and you can grow year round, I'd be there.
yep.
Yeah, it's Arizona.
That utopia doesn't exist.
No.
I grow year round.
We're not talking about him.
Well, yeah, that'll grow fucking here anywhere, but
No, I'm not growing weed. I got tomatoes and basil, and I mean not a lot because I live in the city, right? But back when we were out in the country, it was a lot better. And it would rain decent. It's still the desert, right? So we collected our rainwater and then used it throughout the year. So you got to be a little smart about it. But yeah,
You
grew-
collected
Yeah,
your
in some
rainwater.
countries they don't allow you. some counties you're not allowed to collect the water.
Well, not in Arizona. In Arizona, you're fine to collect no matter where you're at. But yeah, there are some places though.
Well, yeah, but the desert is the desert, man. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
I mean, I'm in the high desert.
Right.
But you know, like so far, we had a dry winter last year, and I think we're going to have another one this year.
Well, yeah. I mean, the climate's changing, and that it does that anyway. It's not as much as these people want to cry that it's us. And that to me is just like our ego, right? The human's ego says, "Oh, we're changing everything," right? Instead of looking at history and going, "Oh, wait a minute, the climate changes all the way through history, right? We can
absolutely
ice cores and everything else, right? We may accelerate it by a couple of centuries at the most, but it's still going to change. There's nothing we can do about it. Like our little bit of carbon, nothing." Like they said, all the carbon humanity's produced, that's like 2 volcanoes.
Exactly, but they got to tax it. That they got to tax it. So that's what they're going to go with. But hey, gentlemen, my battery is about to die. Great to see you, Bob. Great. Hang in there.
Yeah,
the war's coming.
Yeah.
And Stinger.
Yeah.
We'll do this again real soon, brother.
Yeah, I'll be doing it next Friday on the Dragon at least, and obviously I'll try to figure out how I'm going to stream on my channel.
All right. Nice to meet you, OMG, and everybody in the chat. Good night. Merry Christmas.
They're targeting
man.
Merry Christmas.
YouTube is targeting you. It's obvious what they're doing.
No, YouTube's targeting everybody. I mean,
yeah.
The only reason my video is still up is because like 65 people have seen it. Because I mean, I got 1,000 and some subs, but I mean, I haven't been active on it forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't put a video up, yeah, you can have the subs there, but.
Well, I mean, that's my whole channel. I had this channel. Well, that channel, not the Green Dragon. I've had my channel since 2006, 2007, and I got the majority of the subs, at least more than half of them, by 2009. Yeah, and since then it's been 11 years to get a few more thousand, and I have I think 12,000 subs. So they don't unsub for some reason. I mean, some have. I've changed content a few times. Originally, it was, TV shows that I was talking about before I got woke or woke up. And anyway, now I'm good if I get 100 views per video with over 12,000 subs.
Yeah, I know it's they say it's all about consistency. You look at this Tim Pool guy, right?
Yeah.
When I started watching him, nobody was watching him, right? He was like he would reply to comments and shit.
Yeah.
And now it's like he's got, he had Alex Jones on his show.
Yeah.
Right. So he just like blew up, but he knows what he's manipulating people. That's one of the things he used to do as a hacker. He was a social hacker.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So he would, like, how you can hack a computer. Well, you can hack people the same way. It's when he talks about how he used to get money for causes, right? Whether it's environmental causes or whatever.
Right.
Like he knows how to talk to people, right? To get them to manipulate them, and that's that's pretty much what they do, right? Or what anyone does. I'm not saying he's like doing anything wrong because he does have decent information and shit, but yeah, he's a bit of a.
I was surprised. I was following him on Twitter. I think it was today, where he's putting out a whole bunch of stuff about vaccines. I mean, obviously the vaccines are great and they save millions of lives. Everybody should get vaccinated.
Of course. But I want to because I think they're so valuable. I would like to really give mine to any politician.
Oh yeah. Did you see Nancy Pelosi take her shot today? She had the cap still on the needle so it wouldn't hurt.
Oh, well, of course, yeah, because you're not actually putting it in your body. But the thing is, if it works, then we don't need to wear masks, right?
Yeah.
why did they keep telling us we still need to wear masks?
Well, apparently now it's not until at least 75 to 85% of the U.S. population has gotten both shots. Then we can start not social distancing, and then we can start not wearing masks. But really, we should wait even then until it's 100%, which they hope to have done by June or July. Yeah.
No.
Most people aren't even planning on getting it.
Yeah, well, they might plan on not getting it, but I don't know.
Well, I don't know. For if you don't want to travel, like and myself, I mean, other than crossing the border, that's really fucking me up because I mean it's right there, and I can actually, in 10 minutes I can be at the border in the North Dakota.
Oh no.
And yeah, I know North Dakota sucks, but Montana.
South Dakota is where it's at, though.
I know, but Montana is only another little bit, another 15, 20 minutes. I'm right there where the borders converge. But I'm right above North Dakota, right? So it's, I'm looking, it's 15 minutes down the gravel road, and there's nothing there. I mean, it's Canada, right?
Right. Yeah, I've had the joy to go through there a couple times.
Yeah, that's the funny part. When you live in areas in between bigger towns, there's all these roads that farmers just drive on and go back and forth.
Yeah.
It's like they don't think about that because, well, hey, their field is still on the other side of the border, right? There's no border fence going in between their field, so their cows are on both sides, their land's on both sides. It's because that's just they've always owned that land. The fact they put a border through there didn't really matter,
right?
Because we don't have a protected border like they do down south.
No, when I was driving truck, I could get into Canada fine. No. Was it getting back from Canada?
Getting back was fine. It's going into Canada.
It was getting into Canada. You guys had me bring out my birth certificate. I needed to have my mother's maiden name, the whole bit. I'm like, dude, what the hell, man? And getting back, oh no, you want to go to America? Get the hell out of here. I don't want you no more. Okay.
Oh, honestly, going down to the States was like nothing. They would go, oh, you can see, are you bringing any guns or anything? I go, yeah, here's my ATF paperwork. They go, okay, go ahead. You don't have any meat? And I was like, no. Okay, well, go ahead. Right? And it's not the fruit and vegetables. It's you don't have any Canadian beef or anything. And I'm like,
we wouldn't want to give them a discount on beef because of the U.S. to Canadian dollar.
Well, it wasn't just that. It really used to piss me off because your beef doesn't taste as good as you guys feed your beef, especially down south. It's more corn fed, and ours is all grain fed, and it tastes fucking different. I went to a couple of fancy steakhouses down in Vegas and in Arizona, and it was like, this is shit, man.
Yeah.
I had that stuff in a family kitchen that had an outhouse.
Depends on where you go, though, for sure. There's some restaurants around here that have better steaks than others. Texas Roadhouse has actually been impressing me quite a bit as of recent. But there was another one. Was it Outback that we went to? It's like, oh, if that's how it tastes everywhere, screw that. I don't want that anymore.
I know it was like a generic taste. I noticed that a lot of steakhouses, the steak tasted the same.
Yeah.
It's like they use the same spices or something.
Yeah, but as I said, Texas Roadhouse was impressive. When I went to Texas, there was a steakhouse. It was a little family-owned steakhouse, but my goodness, probably the best steak I have ever had.
Because it was by the ranch.
It was Bio Ranch, yeah.
Yeah. I've run into that too. Like anytime you find one of those little family, G-Webs was good for that because he loved food from Gun Panels. And yeah, he had all these family restaurants around the Tucson area. You go to them and you get these huge amounts of food, and it was cheap and it was so good. I must have gained 10 pounds down there.
Right.
Yeah, my RV park was right next to Omar's Truck Stop in Tucson, which is a accredited award-winning truck stop.
Award-winning truck stop.
Award-winning truck stop.
That
Best
sounds
truck
like an
stop in
oxymoron.
America. No, actually, it really was. You go in there, and it was just the best food ever. You could tell the waitresses had all worked there their whole lives, kind of thing, you know. And it was just really good food, and we got a ton of it, and it was reasonable price, but it was a truck stop.
Right. We got John Mosif Browning in chat saying free Justin Woolley. Wow. Not after I heard what he did. And then Blade M said, I puked in my mouth when I saw the Pelosi taking a knee to the BLM wearing the kente cloth. Yeah, that was something.
Yeah, I know. It was like an African tribe that was known for being slavers. Really? Really? You people are that... Well, you know, politicians are really, really stupid people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they have to be. Like, we had at one point in Canada, the two parties, conservative parties decided they were going to join together, and it was the Alliance Party and the Conservative Party. But they called themselves the Canadian Reform Alliance Party. And it took a reporter to mention them, do you know what your acronym will be? And they went, CRAP.
Crap.
Oh. Yeah. Well, and they had to change their name, right? But they actually announced it to the press. This is our new name, the Canadian Reform Alliance Party. Like, nobody was smart enough there to go, wait a minute, that spells crap. Like, fuck, they're dumb.
Yeah.
I swear, like, and everybody who works, like, it's not just the ones in front of the camera. It's got to be all the ones who work under them, too. It's really weird that they get to be in power.
Right.
Maybe there is aliens controlling.
I don't know. I think politicians are stupid in a lot of ways, but they got to be pretty smart in other ways because they're pulling this shit off somehow.
Well, somebody is, right?
Yeah.
It's like, they're not afraid. Yeah, that the Mexican bartender, right? She, you know, she's not smart enough to be where she is. Somebody's running her, right? Somebody's telling her what to do, what to say, or, you know, pointing her in the right direction. More than that kind of idiocy will get clicks.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, it's the only thing that explains it, right? That's why Trump upset everything so much, is because he actually, I think he, you know, he's an asshole. I've always thought he's an asshole. I didn't like him before, but he's not stupid.
Yeah. Well, with that, I think we're going to shut it down, at least the live portion of it. We'll probably hang out here and chit-chat a little bit off air. But if you're watching in the chat, make sure to tune in at least next Friday, because I'll be bringing it back for next Friday. If somebody else that has keys wants to do it on a different night, that's up to them. And thank you all for being here. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Ring that bell, because who knows if somebody else is going to pick up the reins. But thank you to everybody who was here, and I will see you next Friday. Peace.